This is a special presentation of Unity Rockets football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. Presented by RocketMotorsDetailing.com. Here is your Clubhouse Lounge Radio broadcast team, Keith Gibson and Mike Roy.
Welcome, everyone, to Clubhouse 217's special presentation of Unity Rockets football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. Keith Gibson and Mike Roy are here. We'll be with you in just a moment after the playing of our national anthem.
To our first responders, thank you. You work tirelessly to invest in our Champaign County community every day. That's why Country Financial is honored to return the favor and invest in you with a car insurance discount and service you deserve. Call your local Country Financial representative, Jordan McDaniel, at 217-352-9817 to claim your discount today.
Are you in the need of a vehicle detail? Well, grab your phone and visit RocketMotorsDetailing.com. Book your appointment online today for that rocket shine. Remember, RocketMotorsDetailing.com. If it's not a rocket shine, it's just not clean.
Feeling good while at home, at work, or on the road. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy here with you at Hicks Field. It is a beautiful evening, Mike, about 56 degrees or so, and we've got Week 9 football, playoff implications on the line, and I'm looking forward to a fun night.
I'm telling you, Keith, this is almost like a playoff game. You know, when you put these two natural rivals on the same field, Week 9 of the IHSA playoffs football season, I'm excited, man. I mean, it's going to be a good one.
You've got the 5-3 Rockets coming in with a huge win over PBL last week, 56-6, which a lot of us did not see coming. PBL, of course, down with some injuries and things like that. Monticello coming in at 7-1, and they have played very good football all season long. Their only loss coming to St. Joe early in the season. So what can we expect, Mike, from the Sages of Monticello?
Well, I think in talking to Coach Welter today, he said right now they're playing as a team and playing probably better than they ever have in this season. Said the one thing that he's been very happy with is the defense, the pursuit that the defense is given. And tonight that's going to be important. He said, you know, when you've got a team like Unity that can both run and pass the ball, which you don't see very often in high school football at this level, he said that's going to be a tough one. So he said we're going to have to contain. Everybody's going to have to do their job. He kept saying that everyone has to do their job.
And we've been saying that for a few weeks now, and
yes,
we've done a very good job of it. We had Pontiac, Rantoul, and then PBL. The one good thing about these last 3 weeks for the Rockets is we are healthy.
Yes.
The starters have not had to play much. In fact, last week they didn't play much past the first quarter.
Correct.
We got out to Big League the week before, same result. So this week's going to be a little different, though. I know it's going to be a closer game, tighter game than a lot of people expect. I think we expect a great game. It's going to get tight. My question is, how long, if you're Monticello, do you play your starters? You're in the playoffs. You're guaranteed, you're 7-1. How long do you play those starters? How long do you press the issue, even though this is a rivalry game?
When you're in a game of this magnitude, here's all the marbles right here. Monticello's safely in the playoffs. We'll be probably hosting a first-round game, win or lose tonight. Unity needs this win to guarantee themselves a playoff bid. So what happens is tonight, you add the rivalry part of it. You add the fact that Unity beat them 47-23 on their home field last year. There is an edge of we want to win this game no matter what, I think, for Monticello. And if you're Unity, you have to take this as another game. And that's what Coach Hamilton said all year. They started fast against PPL, surprised us by winning the toss and taking the ball rather than kicking it, but that's because they wanted to start fast. And The big thing they're worried about tonight is on defense. The ends have to contain tonight. They have to do their job because quarterback Ike Young is a dual threat quarterback, and as Coach said today, that gives the defensive coaches headaches because it's hard to figure out. He can go back to pass, but he can take off and gain 8, 10, 12 yards just like that.
Yeah, and they're having a retirement ceremony for Coach Hamilton as we speak on the field before the game here right now. 31 years of service to Unity High School and the Unity School District as a teacher, coach, and an athletic director. And he's given us our opportunity to be here in the booth each and every week here at Unity High School and give you Rockets broadcast. So to Coach Hamilton, thank you very much for everything you've done for us. But we appreciate you as a coach and everything, too. And what a successful career he's had. Now, he still hasn't he won't let the cat out of the bag yet.
No, we know he's not going to be teaching next year or be an athletic director for Unity High School next year. But I will just stay reserved on it until when he wants everybody to know, we'll know.
Well, no, that's exactly right.
But here's what this is going to be tonight, Keith. I'm just going to tell you without question, and I'm going to use the immortal words of one of the best wrestling announcers ever, Jim Ross. This is going to be a slobber knocker.
I think so, too.
Flat out.
Mm-hmm. I think so, too. And you made a very good point there, Mike, about the Unity ends. Ike is very fast, but he also can throw the football.
He most certainly can, and he can throw on the run very well. He's got a very strong arm, so they're going to have to be very cautious because they will run. They know that these ends are very active. So what happens as a quarterback, if you get outside the pocket and you can get them chasing you, that forces the issue down where the defensive backs have to play their game too. So this will be we haven't seen a dual threat basically probably since Belleville-Althoff.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. And that was week 4. So
week 4, yes.
And it's been a little bit since we've actually had, I hate to say it like this, Mike, but some competition. But let's be real. That's what we do on this station. We're real. We speak real talk. It's been 3 weeks of blowouts.
Yes.
It's been 3 weeks of starters sitting out quickly, even at the end of the first quarter, before halftime. So this will really be a test of how far have we came.
Right.
Where are the Rockets at? For the Sages, it's all about health. It's all about keeping everybody healthy through tonight.
Well, I really expect that we will see a lot of substitutes. There's a lot of players that don't play two-way for either team. So I think health is going to be important. Everybody doing their job is going to be important. But I really think it comes down to the fact of the defensive ends for this team for Unity, must do their job. They must contain, but they must be right on top of things as well. They got to pay attention, and the defensive backs have to play off that too. I guarantee you they've been practicing that this week.
Keith Gibson here with you, along with my broadcast partner Mike Roy, as we get ready for kickoff. We're about 2.5 minutes away here on Clubhouse 217 on our Facebook page, and whether you're listening on our website at clubhouse217.com. We appreciate you joining us this evening, and for those who have joined us all season long, we thank you, and for the new listeners, thanks for tuning in this evening as well.
You bet.
But we are about 2 minutes now away. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get you set for kickoff from Hicksfield, as it's the Monticello Sages at 7-1, taking on your 5-3 Unity Rockets. We'll be back after these messages here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Football season is here, which means time is running out to get your countertops updated before the holidays. Hi, this is Matt, owner of Classic Granite Marble. Let us work with you from concept to finished product. Using state-of-the-art equipment along with decades of experience, we measure, fabricate, and install. Whether it's countertops for your kitchen, a surround for your shower or bath, or a hearth for your fireplace, we have the look you desire. Classic Granite Marble has the finest natural stone and quartz in Central Illinois. Make an appointment to see our showroom at 1901 West Springer Drive, or visit us at classicgranitemarble.il.com. Bring the classic look of stone to your home today.
Bees Trees, your local ISA certified arborist with over 10 years experience, specializing in tree removal, tree trimming, and with free estimates. Call Greg Miller of Bees Trees today at 217-260-4551.
Grab a drink, take a seat, and enjoy the moment. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy back here with you from Hicksfield. And it is senior night for the Rockets as they are 5-3 and will take on and host the Monticello Sages at 7-1. Playoff implications on the line. A lot of things on the line. Seeding for the Sages. Where do they get seeded in the playoffs? They're in. Unity needs this win to guarantee them a spot and not have to be on that bubble at 5-4.
Correct. And I'll tell you, Keith, the class, if you think about it, the Class 3A, as we was talking before we went on the air, the Class 3A bracket is stacked right now here in Central Illinois. And I'll tell you, it's gonna be a tough battle for anybody. And we'll talk more about that at halftime. Hopefully our halftime guest will make it here. He's coming all the way from Springfield, Illinois. Our guest, Matt Lang from the Third and Lang podcast, and he will talk to us. We'll go over some of those things and just highlight some of that.
Without a doubt.
It's a lot.
Well, we are just moments from kickoff. The Rockets will receive the opening kickoff. They're in their maroon jerseys, gray pants, maroon helmets, while the Sages, the visiting Sages of Monticello, are in their white jerseys, white pants, and their yellow helmets. Back deep for the Rockets, Garrett Richardson and Trey Hogard. And to kick it off for the Sages is number 5, Nolan Buencamper.
59 degrees here tonight. This is football weather, Keith.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is week 9. And here we go. Buencamper, a nice high kick. Hogard takes it at the 10 on the right hash, brings it up the middle. He's got space to the 30, breaks another tackle to the 40, to the 50. He's got one man to beat. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Rockets on the opening kickoff. Trey Hogard, coast to coast on the opening kickoff. And there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, let's not get too excited, folks. We might have a hold here. Let's see. Sideline.
I think
that's
that
good
may be
sideline warning to Unity.
Yep, that's a sideline warning. So that touchdown will stand, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, 90-yard kickoff return to start this ball game for Trey Hogard and the Rockets.
Not the first time this season we've seen a kickoff return like that.
That's 2 in 3 weeks, Mike.
Yes, sir.
And it's 6-0 Rockets.
So that'll move the ball back 10. So they are calling it it wasn't a warning, it was an actual penalty.
Oh, okay, so the touchdown does not stand.
Let's see here. What are they calling?
I never got an official call here, Mike. It's going to be 1st and 10 Rockets at the 27-yard line. So they come out shotgun, so no touchdown. But here we go, Eisenmenger, handoff. Garrett Richardson up the middle. And
another flag.
What's 2 quick flags here? Let's see what we got. False start on the Rockets. So, Mike, I never saw a call there.
I didn't either. I did see from the referee he was calling a sideline warning is what I thought, but evidently they penalized him for that. So
that'll be 1st and 15 for the Rockets from their own 32. Eisenmenger takes the snap, looks to pass. He looks for Hogard over the top, and no flag as he was getting defended.
My, oh, my.
That was defended by number 6. That's Carter Forehand.
My, oh, my. That's all I got to say about that.
Forehand never looked back for the ball and was all over his back, but no flag.
A lot of pushing and shoving there, so
it'll be 2nd and 15 from the Monticello 32. I'm going to start to this ball game, Mike.
Really, really strange. And I really, what I'm seeing so far is, it's going to be a lot of jitters, but I think the defenses are going to be tested tonight.
Eisenmenger in shotgun for the Rockets. Richardson to his right. He's got Brady Parr to his left. Now, fumbled snap. He's going to look. He's going to get it out, and that's to Hogard. It's incomplete. That was going to be a loss of about 5. Nice job by Trey, though, just to knock that pass down.
That was a smart thing to do right there.
So it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Rockets. Mike, that snap was kind of fumbled a little low.
I said there's some jitters tonight, so you're going to have to. Everybody's got a lot of adrenaline pumping right now, so this is going to be huge. Huge 3rd down. I know it's early in the game. we got 11:32 left in the first, but I got to tell you, I think this is big right here. This
Sets tone.
Yes, it certainly does.
2 wide receivers to the left. That's Parr and Hogard. Eisenmenger will look to pass. He's got some pressure. He's going to go up for Hogard again, and that's going to be a flag, and that's going to be pass interference to the front corner pylon.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be on Foran.
No question.
Trey was looking to get around it and looked to go up, and Foran, it's going to be pass interference on him, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets on a 15-yard penalty, an automatic first down.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter. I mean, you had to call that one. Had to call that one.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Rockets from the inside the 217 Morgan Shea Moore red zone from the 17-yard line of the Sages. Dane Eisenmenger, the junior quarterback for the Rockets, in shotgun. He's got 1 wide receiver to the left. That's a handoff to Garrett Richardson, the senior, up the middle to the 15, and brought down there. He gets that about 2 on the carry, and that's it. So bring up 2nd and 8 for Unity.
Monticello stacking up right there in the middle. They know they want to contain Garrett Richardson tonight, who has a chance to go over 1,000 yards for the season tonight. So I think we're going to see a lot of that 4 and 5 man front.
Here's a snap. Pitch out to Richardson. He breaks left. And he's going to get up to about the 10. Let's see where they mark him down. I think they're going to mark him at the 11. So gain of 4 on the play for Richardson.
6 tough yards so far for Garrett Richardson on this drive.
But it brings up 3rd and manageable for the Rockets at 3rd and 4.
You betcha.
From the left hash. If you're just joining us, Keith Gibson, Mike Roy, Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com, bringing you Rockets Sages football. The opening kickoff was returned by Trey Hogard, but a penalty called it back, and now the Rockets are in their first possession of the ball game. And here's a snap. Handoff Richardson right side, and he's going to get up to about, that's going to be close to first down, Mike. Let's see where they mark it. That's going to be close to the 7-yard line.
You need to get to the 7. Let's see if they give it to him.
And they're going to give it to him. That's a first down for the Rockets. And it'll make it 1st and goal.
Just purely effort on the part of Richardson right there to get that. And, the initial holes are opening up, but Monticello's filling them pretty quick.
Shotgun formation for the Rockets here on 1st and goal. Here's a snap. Handoff up the middle to Richardson. And he's going to get to the 5, and that's about it. Game of maybe 1.5 there, Mike. Not much there.
Yep.
Monticello doing a great job of, as you said, really bunching up that middle.
You betcha. And they're going to do that all night long. They want us to beat them on the outside. That's what they want. So we might have to see some play action stuff or even Germano to come in there, the speed back, to get to the outside.
We go tight formation to the right. Parr the only receiver out far left. And it's a handoff. No, it's a keeper by Eisenmenger up the middle. And he's down to the 2, and that's as close as he can get.
2. Yep.
Gain of 4 for the quarterback on the quarterback sneak on the play read pass option.
Nothing wrong with that play. I like that call because it keeps the defense. They were keying on number 35, and instead Eisenmenger just decided he's going to take it himself, and 3 yards to pay dirt.
It's going to be 3rd and goal for the Rockets from the 3. Here we go. Eisenmenger stays in shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left. And we're going to have a flag on the play. That's going to be a false start. That's going to be on the back, Richardson.
Yep. You
can see him move there, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. They're going to make it now 3rd and goal from the 8.
So 20 yards and penalties so far for the Rockets on this drive, which is exactly what you don't want to happen, especially in a big game like this. So I'll be interested to see a little play action slant might be a good call right here.
8:45 to go on our Bees Trees scoreboard. No score here in the first quarter. The 7-1 Monticello Sages and your 5-3 Unity Rockets. The Rockets with the first ball football. 3rd and goal from the Sages 8-yard line. Shotgun formation. Mason O'Neill far out right. Everybody else tight. And they hand it off on a sweep. Richardson trying to find pay dirt. Can he keep those legs turning and get in? And he's going to be marked short of the goal line.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Now it's going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 6-inch line.
He was close, but I was watching the side judge over there, and he was looking hard. So look for a quick count here, Keith.
Here we go, 4th
Quick
and
count.
goal from the 1.
Big play here.
Let's see what the Monticello defense can do and what the offense can do for the Rockets. And it's Eckstein trying to go in there, and he cannot get it. Eckstein came under center, and they couldn't push forward, and the Sages stopped the Rockets on 4th and goal with 7:47 to go in the first quarter.
I wondered if we wouldn't see that.
That's a big stop by the Sages here early.
Drew Eckstein on that one right there, and Sages were ready for it, so get our first shot at the Sages offense tonight. Let's see what we get.
Ike Young and the Sages come out, and Young in shotgun in his own end zone from the 2-yard line. Takes a snap. Got a flag on the play. That's going to be false start. They lose a yard. Oh, they're going to call encroachment on the defense, Mike.
Oh, boy.
So the Rockets another penalty, and that's going to get the Sages out of their own end zone.
Don't give them any more than you have to give them.
And so it's now 1st and 5 from their own 7. Young at quarterback, takes a snap. He looks out far right. And that's Graydon Clare out there to make the tackle, right out there along with Nick Jesse out about the 15-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down for the Sages.
Number 9, Russ Brown on that reception.
6'1", 190-pound senior tight end. Catches the first ball of the game from Ike Young. And Young got that ball out quick. Nice tight spiral. And now Monticello comes out. They're going to go 4 wide, 2 each way. Young stays in the shotgun. Man in motion. Now they're going to look to get it outside. And that's going to be caught and brought down by Braden Henry after a gain of about 5 out to about the 20.
Running a 3-man front tonight, Keith, instead of 5.
Noticed.
So we've opened things up and moved things around just a little bit.
6:50 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Monticello with the football in their first drive of the game after making a 4th and goal stop. Young now looks to get outside. That ball's going to be incomplete. That was intended for number 2, Hayden Romano. And it brings up a 3rd and 6. That was a 4-yard gain on on the first down play. So 3rd and 6 from the Sages from their own 18. See if the Rockets can get a stop here and force a punt. Monticello with 2 wide receivers to the right. Man in motion. Young looks a pass. He's got some pressure, and he gets away, and now hit big again, and now the ball's on the ground. That's a fumble by Young, and I think the Rockets have recovered.
Yes, that is correct, sir.
That's a discount appliance outlet turnover forced by the Rockets defense, and they will take over 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Bum rush is what that was, Keith. Flat out rushing Young, putting some pressure on him, and that's what they have to do. And it was a great job by the Unity defense to stay right on top of that, sir. Now we're back in business.
Rockets have the football 1st and 10 at the Sages 16.
Imperative to score on this drive.
6:38 to go first quarter. Keith Gibson, Mike Roy bringing you a big high school football Unity Rockets Monticello Sages game here from Hicks Field. Eisenmenger in shotgun. And a pitch out to Richardson to the right. He's got some space inside the 15, down at about the 14-yard line. Just a couple-yard gain there.
Hard yards tonight. It's going to be tough yards for everybody, I think. Good pursuit by the Monticello defense there on that little pitch.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in this evening, no matter where you're from. I see my old man's listening. The world champ Bosco's listening to us
Irma
this evening.
Sampson, from Sydney. Good to see you listening tonight as well. Sherry Wooliver, great to see you on there too, Sherry.
2nd and 8 for the Rockets from the
Sherry
Sages,
Wooliver.
14, 6:05 to go. Eisenmenger takes a snap, replay option. He keeps it up the middle, and he's going to dive down to the 5-yard line. That's going to be enough for Rockets' first down. And the Rockets now another chance to score inside the red zone.
Nothing wrong with that play, Keith, because the pursuit of the Monticello defense, they are so hard on keying on big number 35 that, he had plenty of room to run on that.
So first and goal, they mark it at inside the 6. First and goal for the 6 for the Rocket. Here's a snap. Hand off to Richardson. He tries to get out to the left. We got a flag on the play, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 5. That's probably going to be holding.
Probably going to be a hold is what I'm guessing.
And they're going to shoot themselves in the foot again, Mike, inside the 10-yard line.
It's going to be over there on the right-hand side. I believe number 71 is who the hold was on.
So that's a 10-yard penalty, and that's going to make it first and goal from now the 16.
35 yards in penalties so far.
You know Coach Hamilton cannot be happy about that.
No.
So we're back to where we started this drive, Mike. But now it's first and goal from the 16.
Yep.
You know, one thing I'm surprised we haven't done a whole lot of early is throw the football.
Well, they must have seen something on film, and this could be a setup. They could be setting things up to get where they need to be.
3 wide receivers to the left. That's Hogard, Rawlings, and Parr. O'Neal out to the right. Eisenmenger in the shotgun with Garrett Richardson, the senior running back, to his left.
Changing the play.
5:12 to go in the first quarter. Now we're going to look to pass. That is out to O'Neal, out to the right side. And that is complete to the sideline, and he's out at about the 8-yard line. So they get half of it back. It'll be 2nd and 8. Or 2nd and goal from the 8, I should say.
2nd and goal, yes.
5:05 to go on our Bees Tree scoreboard. No score here at Hicks Field. The 7-1 Sages on the road taking on your 5-3 Rockets.
I see Crew Eckstein.
Eckstein, Oliver, and Parr tight left. Hogard in motion. It's a handoff to Hogard. He's trying to get around, and he breaks free. Now he's going to cut back right, and he's going to get hit hard and drop for about a 6-yard, about an 8-yard loss,
about
Mike.
An 8-yard loss there. That play had no chance. The pursuit was way too good right there. You have to get around the end quick. If you sit there and try to be funny and try to shake him and stuff, it's not going to work. You've just got to take the ball, get around the end, and be done with it.
3rd and 19. That is a 11-yard loss for the Rockets. It's 3rd and goal from the 19 now, Mike. Now we're going to go 5 wide. You've got O'Neal, Hogard, and Eckstein to your right. Parr and Rawlings to your left on the short side of the field. Eisenmenger in shotgun.
Monticello on a 4-man
He's going to take a timeout here, and we will too. With 4 seconds left on the play clock, the Rockets take a timeout on a big 3rd and goal from the 19. No score here at Hicks Field. We'll be right back with more Unity Rockets football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Thank you, Champaign County teachers. Get the car insurance discount and service you deserve. Call your local Country Financial representative, Jordan McDaniel, at 217-352-9817 to claim your discount today.
Are you in the need of a vehicle detail? Well, grab your phone and visit RocketMotorsDetailing.com. Book your appointment online today for that rocket shine. Remember, RocketMotorsDetailing.com. If it's not a rocket shine, it's just not clean.
Feeling good while at home, at work, or on the road. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy here with you from Hicks Field. There's no score with 4:17 to go in the first quarter between the Sages of Monticello and your Unity Rockets. 3rd and goal for the Rockets, though, from the Sages 19 after a holding penalty, then a big loss. Eisenmenger in shotgun. And now we got a flag on the play again. It looks like we're going to have a false start. Yep, false start, another penalty on the Rockets. Now 3rd and goal from the 24, Mike. And we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
40 yards and penalties. You just can't do this. You can't do this against any team, but you especially can't do it against a good team.
So we're tight left with 3 receivers. Now Hogard in motion. Here's a snap. They fake. They're going to look to go deep. Eisenmenger looking for O'Neal in the corner. Touchdown, Rockets! Did he get 2 feet in? Let's see. We're waiting on the call. No signal yet. He thinks he's caught it. Oh, Mason O'Neal down the sidelines. And we get the call. That's a touchdown, Rockets. Big 3rd and goal from the 24. It's Eisenmenger to Mason O'Neal for the touchdown.
Wow.
That's great concentration there, Mike, in the end zone along the sidelines.
Had 2 guys on him there, Keith, and he did a heck of a job just paying attention to where that ball was, and a great thrown ball by Eisenminger, I might add.
Yeah, that was put the only place he could put it.
Yes, sir.
Emerson Bailey on for the extra point. Here's a snap. Kick is up and good.
Good.
And the Rockets take a 7-0 lead with 4:11 to go in the first quarter. And, Mike, we're going to keep it right here, but a drive that did not start well. We got the turnover, but you got points off the turnover here. That's the highlight of this. But we have a 1st and goal from the 6. You get a holding penalty. Then you get a play for a loss. And then you end up with another penalty. You end up with 3rd and goal from the 24. And we're able to convert. That's maturity there in this offense.
That's how you do it right there. You don't get down. You just keep at it. And that was just a great play call for Unity. So, and the one thing it's done so far in this first quarter has kept the Sages off the field. A very potent offense, I might add.
Yes. Yeah, they forced a turnover, so love our guys sitting there listening to us as they shoot off fireworks at the touchdowns. We appreciate you, and hi to the West End Zone this evening.
Love to see it.
We love that you guys listen to us down the West End Zone as well. So it's 7-0 Rockets.
Packed in the West End Zone.
It's packed all over. There's not a seat open in the house. The U Crew is in pink for October. We love it. Golf carts everywhere. The Sages brought a great crowd. And it is 7-0 Rockets. And Emerson Bailey's ensuing kickoff is nice and high. And that's taken and fumbled. The ball is on the ground.
Oh!
And almost taken down, but he's picked it up and ran.
About the 23 or 24-yard line. Woo! That could have been trouble.
That's Jack Helms, number 8.
Lots of jitters tonight, my friend.
But he was able to pick it up and scamper kind of around everybody on the sidelines down the left side and bring it all the way out to the 25-yard line, Mike.
Our coverage just ran past about 3 of them, just ran right past him. So, let's see what the defense can do. So far, so good.
1st and 10 for Monticello from their own 25. Ike Young, the quarterback, man in motion. And he's going to throw it out to the left and nowhere to go. And a nice job. That's Colt Langendorf.
Got to be careful over there, Colton.
Drives him out of bounds after the completed pass out in the flat. Excuse me.
That was number 11, I think, again, number 11, Hunter Romano out there. Nowhere to go.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9.
7-0 is Unity's lead. They just scored. Monticello looking to start its second drive with some fireworks here. Both teams missed on their opening.
From the 26.
Running a 4-man front again.
Sages come out 3 wide right, 1 wide left. And he's going to look to pass. And he's going to go across. That's the number 9, the tight end. Russ Brown, the completion, up all the way to the 38. And enough for a classic granite marble first down for the Sages. That was like a little slant just right down the seam, Mike.
Just a quick slant. They saw an opening there, and we were playing back a little deeper than we probably should have been.
Give them some cushion. So now it's 1st and 10 for the Sages from their own 38. Young at quarterback. He's got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion, that's number 6, Carter Foran. And now it's a handoff. Nope, we're going to handoff up the middle. And nothing there.
Nope.
Nice job of the Rockets defensive line. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Paid attention on that one. We like that. Looked like number 24 on the rush right there.
3:18 to go here in the first quarter. Seven 0 your Rockets lead.
I like the 4-man front against this. I really do.
Yeah, it allows the linebackers to be a little bit more free there, Mike, and kind of cover the flats too.
You got Jesse and Ryan Rink back there as well as Caden Hinch. They're doing a good job back there.
2nd and 10. Young looks to pass. He's going to look to throw it deep. And incomplete. No flag on the play. Nice coverage there by Braden Henry.
I think the receiver just ran way farther than what that route was supposed to go is what it looked like to me. That was number 5.
Nolan Bunenkamper. He was looking to run a wheel route down the sidelines, and Henry did a nice job of just staying in his pocket. And incomplete, so brings up 3rd and 10 for the Sages from their own 38-yard line.
I like a good defensive stand here on this 3rd down play from the Rockets.
Romano in the backfield for the Sages next to Young. Got 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. And Young is going to roll, and he's going to try to throw it back. And right there, a big hit.
Who was that?
Oh, wow, that's a completed pass with a big hit by Ryan Rink, the senior, at the 36-yard line. And as soon as he caught that, he took a big hit right in the gut from Rink.
I'm going to call him the Iceman. Ryan the Iceman Rink. That's what I like, buddy. That was just perfect.
Perfect tackling, too, and I know you love that, Mike.
Oh, boy, there's nothing better.
3-yard loss for the Sages, so they are in punt formation. Braden Henry back deep for the – and now we got a flag on the play. A lot of flags tonight, Mike.
Flag-happy crew. Let's see what we get here.
It's going to be on the Sages.
No score. What's he pointing at? Or is he – legal procedure against the Sages?
5-yard penalty on the Sages.
Oh.
So they'll make it 4th and 18, and they'll stay in punt formation here.
No question.
7-0 Rockets, 2:05 to go on our Bees Trees scoreboard. 24-yard touchdown pass from Eisenminger to Mason O'Neill. But the Sages are going to punt. Tyler Henry back deep. That's a good punt, end over end. He's going to let it go. And that's going to hit at about the 36 in Rocket territory and roll down to the 30, just inside the 31. So that's where the Rockets will take over on their 3rd drive of the ball game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back here to more Monticello Sages Unity Rocky football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Football season is here, which means time is running out to get your countertops updated before the holidays. Hi, this is Matt, owner of Classic Granite Marble. Let us work with you from concept to finished product. Using state-of-the-art equipment along with decades of experience, we measure, fabricate, and install. Whether it's countertops for your kitchen, a surround for your shower or bath, or a hearth for your fireplace, we have the look you desire. Classic Granite Marble has the finest natural stone and quartz in Central Illinois. Make an appointment to see our showroom at 1901 West Springer Drive or visit us.
Back here from Hicks Field, Keith Gibson, Mike Roy bringing you play-by-play coverage. The Rockets out quickly after the punt. And it's a keeper by Eisenminger for a gain of 10 and a 1st down. Now he'll take the snap on 1st and 10 and get it out to the flat, and that's Oliver Rawlings down the sidelines and hit hard at the 48 in the Sages territory and knocked out of bounds. So a gain of about 7 for the Rawlings there on the pitch and catch.
I don't mind that. Little quick passes, I think, will work. I mean, you've got to keep the defense on their toes here, and I think that was a really, really good play call.
They mark Rawlings out at the 49, so it's 2nd and 3 for the Rockets in Sages territory. Eisenminger takes. He's going to look to throw, and he's just going to hold on to it and get back to midfield. He may have lost a yard there, Mike.
You know, nothing, I'll tell you, I don't mind that at all because nobody was open downfield, and just tuck it, take it and go to 2nd down and be happy.
2nd and 3 now, or 3rd and 3 now for the Rockets. You got Parr out, the senior to the left. Hogard in the slot, Mason O'Neill out far right. Richardson in the backfield. It'll be a keeper by Eisenminger up the middle. That's going to be close to 1st down. Depends where they mark it. That was a 47. Oh, that's going to be really close. I think they're going to say 4th down. He's just short. You might want to measure that one.
Boy, I don't know. Let's see what we get here. Nope.
7-yard line, right between the 46 and 47-yard line.
Oh, are they going to give it to him?
It's close.
Well, there's confusion here. I'm not sure what they're doing. Looks like they're giving it to him.
That's a 1st down for the Rockets. Apparently they're going to give it to him. All right.
Okay.
Classic Granite Marble 1st down. 1st and 10 from the Sages 46. Here's a snap. Eisenminger rolls light. He's got pressure. It's a screen to Eckstein. Eckstein up to the 42 and brought down. Whew, Mike, if I was Coach Coley Walter, I would have probably been a little upset about that 1st down.
Might have questioned that, but, it was close enough. They just said, let's do it.
2nd and 4 after a gain of 6 on the completion to Eckstein.
You know what I like so far, Keith? Good hitting. These
Yes,
two teams
both
are
sides.
hitting each other tonight. I'm telling you, it might be a game of attrition before it's all said and done, bud.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter with your Monticello Sages 0, the Unity Rockets 7. It's been fast and furious, and Mike, it has not stopped since we began and came on air tonight.
No, sir.
But we will move to the second quarter. The Rockets up 7-0. You're listening to Unity Rocket Football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Thank you, Champaign County teachers. Get the car insurance discount and service you deserve. Call your local Country Financial representative, Jordan McDaniel, at 217-352-9817 to claim your discount today.
Silencing, yeah.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy here with you from Hicksfield at 7-0 Rockets in a fast and furious and a filled, I should say, at Hicksfield first quarter. But we are on to the second. And the Rockets have the football 2nd and 4 at the Sages 41. And Mike, what can you take away from that first quarter there?
A lot of nerves out there, a lot of jitters, too many penalties, especially for the Rockets. You've got to settle down. You've got to play your game and not miss your assignments here. You've got to give everybody. You got to give your quarterback time to throw the ball, and expect to get hit. If you're out there on a pass play and you catch a ball, expect to get hit.
So it's 2nd and 4 for the Rockets from the Sages 41. Eisenmenger in shotgun takes it. Hand off to Richardson, right side. He's got room across the 35. Legs turning up to the 30 and enough for a classic granite marble first down.
Just followed his blockers, Keith.
That's
Simple
all he did.
football
Patience.
right there.
So 1st and 10 for the Rockets at the Sages 30. Quickly to the line. Here's a snap, and they're going to go out right when nobody's open. Brady Poyer's wide open. Nobody covered him to the 10 and down to the 6-yard line.
Nobody out there for the Sages. Completely blown coverage out there.
Eisenmenger noticed it, got the quick snap, and it's a big completion, and they're inside the red zone again.
Wow, what a good recognition right there. I mean, that was just money right there.
1st and goal for the Rockets from the Sages 6 on a blown coverage. Back to the line quickly again. Eisenmenger, snap, handoff, Richardson up the middle, makes a cut, turns legs, touchdown, Rockets! Garrett Richardson, the senior, a 6-yard touchdown run.
Wow. That's how you do it. You do it quick and you hit them hard, buddy.
Well, that was good because Brady Poyer was wide open. That set that up for an easy run. He just followed his blockers and knocked it in. And it's now 13-0 Rockets here in the second quarter with 11:29 to go in the first half. Emerson Bailey on for our Bees Trees extra point. Hold by Ryan Rink. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Good.
14-0 Rockets. Well, that's making a statement here early in the second quarter, Mike.
That's how you do it, my friend, right there. And I really think Coach Hamilton, when I talked to him today, he didn't want to come out and say it, but I think he wanted to start fast as well. The penalties, I'm sure, are a little disheartening, but so far so good. And we got to ask the defense to step up one more time here. They've had plenty of time to rest, so I'd like to see another great defensive effort out here.
Yeah, the defense has played very well tonight. The offense has put up 14 points on the board despite having, 50 yards in penalty, Mike?
Oh, at least. 45 yards in penalties. But they've overcome, so I'm not going to complain.
And they've all been in the red zone, too.
Yes, sir.
That's what's been the killer. But they've converted 2 of the 3 drives so far. They lead 14-0 with 11:29 to go in the second quarter. Emerson Bailey on for our Bees Trees ensuing kickoff. Deep for the Sages. They have 2 deep at about the 6-yard line. And it's a line drive kick that's going to take a bounce and taking it about the 6. They've got some running room and a lane. That's all the way up to the 40. That's Carter Foran. And he had a big lane, Mike, and brought it all the way out to the 41-yard line.
Special teams have been good for the Rockets most of the time this year, but so far the speed of the return men for the Sages have been hard for us to handle.
They're going to mark it at the 40, so 1st and 10 for Monticello from their own 40-yard line as they trail 14-0 with 11:23 to go in the second quarter. Keith Gibson, Mike Roy bringing you high school football on Clubhouse 217 and Clubhouse Lounge Radio. Young quickly out to the flat, and that is to number 9, Russ Brown.
Little quick hitters. If we play off like we are, so we don't get beat deep, you're gonna have to give up a few of those.
You got Jack Helms and Russ Brown out to the left for Ike Young, the Monticello quarterback. He's got 5 wide here. Here's a snap. Young has got some pressure across the middle, and that's complete to Brown at the Rockets 40, and enough for a first down.
Quick hitter again. He had time to pass. We're playing 7 yards off on these players, Keith, and you're going to be susceptible to that if you're not careful.
Brown's had a nice game so far, 3 or 4 catches already, Mike. And
yes.
That was right down the seam. So the Sages 1st and 10 now at the 40 of the Rockets.
Again, take note of how far off we're playing on these wide receivers of the Sages.
2 wide each way for the Sages, and that's Brown in motion. Young looks to pass. He gets pressure, looks to throw deep, and overthrown. That was for Carter Foran. And just incomplete overthrown. That ball hit about the 5, Foran about the 10. Foran had no chance to get in there.
Put a little zip on that ball.
Well, Ike's got an arm, that's for sure. Ike Young, very impressive quarterback.
Yes.
Very impressive baseball player as well. Yes. Yeah, he's got an arm on him. He had to put a little bit more air into that one, though, because Foran had Braden Henry beat.
Exactly. More passing than rushing by the Sages so far tonight. By a lot.
So 2nd and 10. Young looks past. Now he's going to keep it up the middle and bring it all the way up to the 35. Gain him about 5 before he was tackled. Nick Jesse there along with Colton Langendorf.
Played that well.
Gain of 5 by Young on the quarterback keeper up the middle.
One thing we'll have to watch, he likes to spin, kind of like what the backs did from Belleville Altoff on us. Likes to spin when he looks like he's going to get hit, so we're going to have to be very, very careful and cautious with that tonight.
Well, he's already had 1 fumble tonight, Mike, too, from trying to do that. So
that's okay. Fumble another one.
3rd and 5 for the Sages. 3 wide receivers to the right. 1 to the left. That's Foray. Now he's in motion to the right. Young takes the snap. He's going to roll the right and look to pass, and that's complete.
Oh, look at that tackle.
Braden Clare, the G-Man, out there making the stop. Short of the first down, about the 32. Nice open field tackle by Braden Clare, the corner.
Didn't let him get anywhere.
Oh, they're going to say incomplete. He didn't hold on to it because of it. Even better by the G-Man.
Oh, that's all right.
Of course, we want to thank RocketMotorsDetailing.com for being our presenting sponsor each and every week here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, Clubhouse217.com.
4th and 5.
Remember, if it's not a rocket shine, it's just not clean. 4th and 5 for the Sages. 2 wide receivers each way. Man in motion. And Young looks to pass. He's got pressure. Throws it deep and overthrows incomplete. That pressure came from Ryan Rink and Colton Langendorf, and he looked for number 6, Carter Foran, down the sideline. Overthrew him, and the Sages coming up empty again on this drive.
I think he's used to having a little more time to throw, and these ends are quick tonight. I'm very impressed with them, and the Hog Mollies up front are doing a real good job of pushing people around up there too. So it's sending out some mixed signals to Young, but here are the Rockets with what do we got left here? 9:57.
Yeah.
Back in business here, and you put a score on the board right here. This is big time. This is big time stuff.
They go tight right. You've got Hogard, O'Neill, and Eckstein to your right. And that's a keeper by Eisminger again on the read pass option. Gets back to line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Yep, they had that played well. They did. We did tight trips on the right-hand side, and they had it read with no questions asked.
So 2nd and 10. Eisminger gets back to line of scrimmage. It's at the 35-yard line. 9.5 to go in the second quarter. Rockets lead 14-0.
See what the Sages
Hogard and O'Neill now far out right. Far out to the left. Eisminger looks to pass. And he's going to look. He's getting pressured. And now he just throws it away, and a nice job by Dane. just getting out of the pocket and throwing the ball out of bounds instead of taking the sack. So that's a smart play there by the quarterback, Dane Eisenmenger.
Good throwaway. I'll take that right there. The Sages are switching between a 3 and a 4-man front, and then they had some backs. The defensive back sniffed that out quite well. So
I think they were looking for Hogard to come from that slot in that wheel.
Yep.
And they saw it, but O'Neal then got caught up with a couple of DBs there as well. And just nothing but nice job by Dane getting the ball out of bounds, throwing it out, and just setting up a 3rd and 10 now from their own 35. 9:17 to go. Rockets lead 14-0. 2 wide receivers each way. Eisenmenger takes a snap, takes a drop, looks to pass, and it's going to be incomplete, looking for Hogard a little high, and that's broken up by Ike Young. Young, the senior captain, playing safety back there.
I think he was a little worried about getting that ball to Hogard right there. He knew if he threw it low that might be in trouble. So
4th and 10 now for the Rockets. They're going to be in punt formation. And Eisenmenger, nice punt to the right, towards the right sideline, hits about the 34. Will bounce inside the 30 and keep rolling here down to the 27-yard line. So that's where Monticello will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27 with 9:02 to go here in the first half with the Rockets lead 14-0. We'll take a quick break and we'll come right back. You're listening to Unity Rockets football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
To our first responders, thank you. You work tirelessly to invest in our Champaign County community every day. That's why Country Financial is honored to return the favor and invest in you with a car insurance discount and service you deserve. Call your local Country Financial representative, Jordan McDaniel, at 217-352-9817 to claim your discount today.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy back here with you on the first play of the series for the Sages. While we're at break, Ike Young completes a pass to Foran all the way down to the 47-yard line. So a 20-yard gain there for the Sages, Mike, on 1st and 10. And they're quickly back to the line. Young looks. Now he's going to throw it out to the Foran out in the flat. Tyler Henry there to make the tackle at about the 49. So gain of about 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. That's the one thing they have done well tonight, Mike. The Sages have is Young has got the ball out quickly.
They're throwing the ball, but 5 yards rushing. They've rushed the ball twice tonight. This is all about short passes, which are just like runs in their book.
8 minutes to go here in the second quarter now. Young looks to run, and there's nothing there, Mike. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Brought down by Colton Langendorf. Langendorf there again. Nick Jesse. Caden Hinch. Big Hog Mollies up front are taking care of business. That's King up front as well.
Rugby scrum, that's what that was.
Gavin Weaver.
I like a good old rugby scrum. Wrap them up. That's what I like.
So it brings up 3rd and 8. 7:45 to go here in the second quarter. Your Rockets lead 14-0 over Monticello. Rockets need this victory to guarantee them that we're going to be broadcasting from somewhere next weekend.
4-man front again.
2 wide receivers to the right for Monticello, 1 to the left. Young in the shotgun. He's going to roll right. He's going to look. He's got pressure. And that's going to be Nick Jesse with the big sack. Ryan Rink got the pressure, and Nick Jesse cleaned it up at the 45. A loss of about 5 for the Sages all the way back to the 45-yard line.
Slick Nick Jesse right there. Come around that right-hand side, closest to us, untouched, Keith. No question about it. He was going to get it.
They're tackling well tonight, Mike, and they're hitting hard.
I like that.
I do, too.
I like this.
So 4th and 12 for Monticello back at their own 45. They will punt the ball away. The Rockets have nobody deep. And here is the punt, and it's a beautiful punt, nice and high. Hits at the 20 and goes out of bounds.
Immediately.
See where they mark that at. Let's see, they're going to say the 17-yard line. Great punt there. Buencamper with a great punt. So the Rockets will take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. 6:41 to go in the first half. They lead 14-0. And, Mike, it's been fast and furious. A lot of big hits. Good tackling. the Rockets defense has really came to play tonight.
It's pretty obvious what Sages like to pass the ball, and that's what they're going to do. We're trying to keep a little balance on our side, but I'll be interested to see what this drive produces.
Here we go. Eisenmenger in shotgun, 5 wide. Hogard in motion. Eisenmenger now looking to pass. That's complete. And that is to Brady Parr, the senior, down to the 29-yard line. Parr's second catch of the ball game.
I don't think he was the first option there, Keith, but he found a little opening there, and that moves the chains.
That's a classic Granite Marble first down. Now we're 5 wide, Mike. 3 left, 2 right. Eisenmenger now quickly out to Hogard in space. Room to run, makes a missed tackle up to the 40. Spins again and finally brought down by the Sages at about the 43. Zeke Young there on the tackle finally made the stop for the Sages and drove Hogard out of bounds.
Nothing wrong with that one right there. Little quick hitter, good block out there to trip Hogard so he could get some extra yardage out of that. But move the chains. That's what we like. 10 first downs so far in this first half for the Rockets.
Shotgun formation, and they're tight left. Handoff is to Richardson left. And he's going to get to the 45 and up to about the 46 before he's brought down.
Tough yardage tonight.
He's not getting much, but he's churning them legs, that's for sure.
That's all right.
Senior playing here on senior night. And he has given us highlights, that's for sure, in his career as a Unity Rocket. 2nd and 8 now from the 45. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Eisenmenger looks to pass. He's got pressure, and he's got to get rid of it. He can't, and he's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. And so the first sack of the night for the Sages. Eisenmenger had pressure, couldn't get rid of it, couldn't find a wide receiver open in his progression, and takes a 5-yard loss.
Try to get forward. That's all you can do in a situation like that, and there was nobody open. Good coverage by the secondary of the Sages.
5:20 to go in the second quarter. Let's see what we do here. Parr to the left, Hogard in the slot to the right, and Mason O'Neill out far right. Richardson in the backfield. Eisenmenger takes snap and rolls right. And he's going to look to pass. That is to Mason O'Neill to the Sages 49. That'll be short of the first down.
Where are they going to mark it out at? Let's see.
That's a 40, in between the 48, just shy of the 48, so about a 4th and yard and a half, Mike. I think you'll go for it here, don't you?
Oh, I would.
5 minutes to go in the ball game, or in the
Trust
first
your
half.
Offense.
14-0 Rockets.
Trust your offense.
Eisenmenger in shotgun.
Trying to draw him off.
O'Neill to the right. Parr and Hogard to the left. Hogard in the slot. Richardson now to the left of Eisenmenger. And now we're going to have a timeout on the field from Coach Hamilton and the Rockets here on 4th and 1. And we'll take a quick break, too. It's 14-0 Unity over Monticello with 5:01 to go in the second quarter. You're listening to high school football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Variety at work, variety at home, variety every time. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Bees Trees, your local ISA certified arborist with over 10 years experience, specializing in tree removal, tree trimming, and with free estimates. Call Greg Miller of Bees Trees today at 217-260-4551.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy back with you on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, clubhouse217.com. It's 14-0 Unity over Monticello with a 5:01 to go in the second quarter. Unity with the football. 4th and 1 from the Sages 48. Here we go. Here's a snap. Handoff. Richardson left side. He's going to be bottled up and hit for a loss. And the Sages, for the second time tonight, stop Unity on a 4th and 1 situation.
You got to run forward, Keith. You can't run side to side on a 4th and 1 like that. I didn't like that play call at all, but, you know, here we go. It's snuffed out real good by the Sages. So
Coach Hamilton not happy with that either, but
no.
Sages will take over 1st and 10 at the Rockets' 49-yard line. 5 wide for quarterback Ike Young. Young now looks to pass. He throws out in the flats, and that's tipped by Colton Langendorf. Gets the big mitts up and knocks it down.
Snuffed that one out. He came around that end and nothing doing there. Put that hand up there. That's what we like to see.
Langendorf's done a really good job tonight, Mike, of getting around the end, but containing as well.
Yes.
Not getting too deep, but he's be able to get pressure on Young all night long.
Well, so far, we're not seeing – I thought we might see some more running tonight by the Sages, but this is a pro-style offense that they're running, so don't
5
think
wide.
so.
Carter Foran in motion to the right. Young waits for snap, gets it, looks to pass. And he double fakes across the middle. That is to Foran. And Foran all the way down to the 15. And enough for a first down. Now he's spinning the football. He's got to be careful not to get a flag there, Mike.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't talk to him a little bit on that one.
So a big play to the the 25 of the Rockets. And here they come again. The Sages quick to the line. Man in motion, out far left. That's Schutz. Looks to pass, and he's going to go out there. And it's off his helmet. Incomplete. He couldn't hold on to it. Woo. That ball was up in the air for a long time. And Carter Meddy saw it and went chasing, but just couldn't get there in time.
You betcha. That's one of those you don't want to see that happen if you're a quarterback, I guarantee you.
No, because that ball was bounced off his top of his helmet through his hands. And
yes, sir.
Incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10 now for the Sages from the Rockets 25 with 4:26 to go on the Bees Tree scoreboard. 2 wide receivers each way for Ike Young. Man in motion. And he's going to look to the right. That is complete to Foran again. And he'll be brought down by Graydon Clare and Braden Henry, but that's going to be enough for another Sages first down.
That play is working to perfection. If we're going to play 7 yards off, we're going to have problems with that all night.
And they'll keep going to it as long as we give them that cushion, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Just over 4 minutes to go now in the first half. Sages inside the 217 Mortgage Shea Moore red zone. Now they go tight with 3 wide receivers to the right. Now they're going to mix it up a little bit here. Now you got Foran far left. Brown in the slot. Here's Young. Young's going to roll left. He's got pressure from Langendorf. And Langendorf gets him again. And he throws it incomplete.
Woo.
Langendorf is getting all kinds of pressure tonight.
You ain't kidding. A good jump step right there, and he got around his man, and Ike Young had nowhere to go but to throw that ball on the ground, and he's lucky he was able to do that.
Yeah, incomplete pass, and luckily it wasn't grounding either, Mike.
Yep, he had a receiver over there, so, I mean, it was close, but they were watching that, I guarantee you.
2nd and 10 from the Rockets' 13-yard line.
Need a big defensive stand here, Keith.
Man in motion, that's Foran. And Young looks to pass. He's going to try to go up the middle, and there's nothing there. Langendorf there again. It looks like King there as well. Gavin.
Got 1 yard.
Weaver there. They just closed up that middle quickly. They got maybe a yard there, so it brings up 3rd and 9 now from the 12 for the Sages.
They don't like to run the ball, Keith. So far in this first half, four running plays, some by habit or some because of necessity, but 6 yards rushing is all the Sages have in this first half.
Let's see what we do. 3rd and 9. Foran out far left. Brown in the slot. Romano in the slot. Romano now in motion for the Sages. They look to pass. It's going to look for the screen. And it is complete to Romano. Oh, that's Schwartz, and Schwartz is close to the end zone. Is he in? And they're going to call him just short. The screen pass, and the Rockets got deep.
Yep. We're playing off too deep on these receivers for my liking, Keith.
Matt Schwartz with a catch down to the 1. Now Ike Young quickly under center. They're going to try to score here quickly. And he's going to try to dive in. Did he get in? And I think they're going to call him short. I don't think they're going to call him in. Let's see. We're waiting for a call here from the officials.
There.
And now they give him the touchdown. Ike Young with the quarterback sneak from the 1-yard line.
Got a Unity Rocket player down. Let's see who's down out there.
And so Ike Young with a 1-yard touchdown run puts the Sages on the scoreboard, and it's now 14-6.
Illinois baseball commit. Training staff coming out to have a look at the injured Rockets.
I think that's one of our up front hog mollies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I
but
can't
we'll
tell
see.
who it is. It's down the far end zone there, Mike. And that screen pass there from the Sages was perfectly set up, and the Rockets' front four, those guys got real deep, and Young was able to just get it over the top to Schwartz.
Gavin Weaver's here.
Gavin
that is.
Weaver.
Walking off slow. There was a big pile down there, and I think he was on the bottom of the pile. Might have got a little neck stinger there, but we'll see.
Weaver walks off under his own power, which is always a good sign, though. So it's 14-6. Rockets lead with 2:42 to go here in this first half. And now Foran, it's Buenekamper on for the extra point. And here is the snap from the Sages, and it is down, and the kick is up and good. So Buenekamper puts it through, and the Sages have cut their deficit in half, Mike, 14-7. With 2:42 to go in the second quarter. Mike, we got stopped 4th and goal.
Twice.
Well, 4th and goal from inside.
Yes.
Then 4th and 1. That's 2 drives that have stopped on 4th and short. And, honestly, the Rockets have kind of struggled with 4th and 1, 4th and 2 when we went for it all year long.
All year long.
I hope that doesn't come back to bite them, because really the defense has played really well besides that last drive.
Correct. I think the one thing you have to do is make a good showing on this drive. No fumbled kickoff, nothing like that. You catch a ball, get good field position, and I'll be anxious to see the play calls. With 2:40, we got 2:42 left, and we only have one timeout though, Keith.
One timeout for the Rockets. The Sages have all 3. Buenekamper, ball falls off the tee. Of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors for being here with us all season long, including our Timeout Discount Mattress and Furniture outlet, twice the comfort for half the price. Buenekamper with the kick, and it's on the ground and taken by Tyler Henry. And Tyler's going to break it out to the right to the 40 and about to the 41.
That's what we like to see.
That was a ground ball, and he just did a nice job of staying right down on it, picked it up, and brought it out to the 41-yard line, so that's where the Rockets will start with 2:36 to go.
Put the mitts on it right there. One timeout, so efficient plays, sideline routes, that type of thing. We want to save that timeout as long as we can.
1st and 10 for the Rockets from their own 42. We got Parr, Rawlings, and Hogard out to the right, or the left, Mason O'Neal to the right. Senior Garrett Richardson in the backfield. And they will keep it up the middle. That's Eisenmenger across the 45 to the 46 on a quarterback keeper and pick up about 4.
Good fake there to Garrett Richardson, and he just took it and positive yards, but the clock's still running, so we got to run quick.
6-yard gain up to the 47. Eisenmenger now same formation. This is your 2-minute warning formation. Parr out far left, and they're going to look to pass. He's got some pressure. Eisenmenger gets free. He's going to look to pass. He throws it deep to Hogard, who goes up, and it's broken up.
We get a flag in the backfield.
That's Ike Young breaking it up, and there is a flag in the backfield, and I think we're going to see a hold.
But let's see what we get here. Yeah.
That's going to be a hold on the Rockets,
yep.
And they're going to move them back. Well, that's you know what? Honestly, Mike, that could be a break for the Rockets. Here's why, because otherwise it's going to be 3rd and 4. You're still at midfield. Yes, it's going to be 2nd and 14 now, but you've got some more room to move here. You don't lose that down.
Yep, you got some room to move, which I agree with you only for the fact that I don't like penalties, Keith. And that's the 7th one by the Rockets in this first half. Not a fan of penalties.
Yeah, it's been more than usual for the Rockets.
Yes.
Let's see what we do here. You got Trey Hogard out to the right, Parr out to the left. Crew Eckstein in there.
Noisy crowd tonight. I like it.
It is the U Crew, loud and proud tonight. 2nd and 14 for the Rockets. Eisenmenger looked complete and almost intercepted. Broken up by number 4, Zeke Young. Eisenmenger looking for Hogard down the sidelines. Young came over and broke that up, so it's 3rd and 14 from the 30, their own 37 for the Rockets with 1:52 to go in the first half.
Only problem with that play call, if you're the quarterback, if you're looking at that receiver the whole time, that gives the secondary, especially good defensive backs, a chance to get in there and break that up. And he's lucky that didn't get intercepted.
Yeah, Young was very close to picking that off.
Yes.
Looks like we're going 5 wide now. You got Parr out far left, Eckstein and Rollins. Now we're going to bring it in tight. Trey Hogard in motion. Handoff. They're going to look to get it out in room, and he's got room. 45, 50, 40, 30. They're not going to get him. That's going to be a touchdown. Rockets! Trey Hogard. 63-yard touchdown run from Trey Hogard. You get him in the open field, Mike. You aren't catching him.
You're not going to catch him, number one. Number two, good blocking to spring him right there. I mean, you couldn't have asked for much more.
He watched his holes. He followed his blocks. And that's a big answer right there for the Unity Rockets. 63-yard touchdown run. Is that right? 67. Can I add, Mike?
I don't know. I don't think you can.
50, 60, 67. Sorry,
67.
I can't add. That's what I got you for, buddy. Extra point is up and good by Emerson Bailey, and it makes it 21-7 Rockets. We'll keep it right here. And Mike, 67-yard touchdown run by Hogard. And interesting play call there.
Yeah, we've only seen that once tonight, and it got stuffed early, so they went right back to it. But the key on this one, the wide receivers blocked well and sprung him, and then Hogard did the rest.
Yeah, and once he got past the initial line of scrimmage and got in that secondary, there was nobody going to touch him, and he broke free by 10 yards deep.
It was
on. Yeah, he was on, and he was gone. So 21-7, Rockets lead, minute 41 to go in the second quarter. And the one thing that you've got to do here, Mike, too, is, our kick coverage has not been great tonight.
No, and I think that's something we're going to have to shore up pretty quickly.
Emerson Bailey on for our Bees, Trees, ensuing kickoff. And here's the kick. Nice and high and deep for Emerson. And that's going to be taken at the 3-yard line. And that's going to be returned by number 8. And he's got some space across the 30. And finally brought down to the 35. That's Jack Helms on the return. He found a seam and was brought down by number 22. Cade Dupson.
Our coverage has not been the best tonight on these kickoffs, and you can't keep giving them good field position. And I know maybe to some people the 35 isn't good field position, but tonight it is, especially when you got a quarterback like Young. And they have 3 timeouts too with 1:33 left.
Tyler Henry coming off, and now almost intercepted as Young's first play from scrimmage was intended for number 2. Hayden Romano, and it was just a little wide.
Carter Meddy out there on the coverage.
Tyler Henry kind of limped off there, but he's not in right now. They're taking a look at his ankle. We'll see. We'll get an update on him here, too, and we'll keep an eye on that. So 2nd and 10 for the Sages. Minute and a half to go in the second quarter. They trail 21-17. Here's a snap. Young looks to pass. Out in the flat. Almost broken up by Graydon Clare.
Oh,
the G-Man.
G-Man
saw nothing but green in front of him. Just couldn't hang on.
That's excitement. That's excitement right there, buddy.
I know his old man down there in the west end zone, if he'd have done that, he might have had to shock him back.
I'll tell you what, he might have been on the ground. Might have been on the ground.
3rd and 10 for the Sages now. Minute 25 to go in the second quarter. 21-17, the Rockets lead Monticello. Keith Gibson right here. Mike Roy, my broadcast partner, with us. Bringing you high school football on Friday night on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com. Sages 3rd and 10. Young takes a snap. Now we'll keep it up the middle. He gets nowhere. Hunter Easton, the first man to greet him at the 35, came right down the line of scrimmage and hit big. And now Coach Scott Hamilton says, I'm going to take my last time out right here and preserve this.
Mm-hmm.
Minute 15 to go in the clock. He's thinking put up another score here, Mike.
Well, here's what I think. I think on this, you send 11 guys. You just send the whole kitchen sink after him, and if you can get 3 points on the board, if you can get 7 points on the board, that's what you take.
Well, you're exactly right, and we know Emerson can kick the football.
Right.
So, I mean, if you can get in his range and take the 3 points and go into the locker room, the Sages will get the football to start the second half.
Correct.
So any more points you can put on the board now is just extra cream.
You betcha.
On the top cuffley. So
21-7. You know, the Sages do have their 3 timeouts left, but I don't think at this point it's going to matter much. It's just what Unity decides to do on this coverage.
Watch the fake here, Mike.
Yep.
Of course, we'll have our guest at halftime as well. Michael will speak to him, and we'll go over our sponsors, go a little bit of stats. It's a shortened halftime tonight, Mike, too, only 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Nobody deep to return for the Rockets again. We don't send anybody. Buenekamper's kick is nice and high, and it's going to hit at about the 28 and take a big Sages bounce down to the 24. So the Rockets will have 1st and 10, leading 21-7 from their own 24-yard line and a minute 5 on the clock.
You know, the one thing that the Sages have not been able to do is control the clock tonight. Unity has done a great job of that, you know, with the exception of the couple 4th down plays that they didn't convert. But no timeouts left, a minute 5. You know, Coach Hamilton isn't afraid to roll the dice, I don't think.
Oh, we're gonna try to score. We're gonna put our points on the board here. There's no doubt in my mind about that, Mike.
Yes.
Parr out far left. O'Neal and Hogard to the right. Hogard in the slot, now in motion. And they're going to hand off. That's Germano up the middle. Keegan Germano up to the 30-yard line. Oh, sorry, that is Garrett Richardson, 35, up to the 30. And now we're moving quickly. No huddle. Trips left, excuse me. Eckstein. In motion. Time running off the clock. Under 40 seconds to go in the first half. And I think Coach Hamilton's just going to let the clock run, don't you, Mike?
Yep. I think he's done. They'll have to run one play at least, so.
Maybe just a run up the middle, or maybe 6 seconds to go on the play
simple.
clock, and here we go. And it will be a handoff to Richardson, and he'll go up the middle to about the 34. And bring up a 3rd and 1. I think we're just going to let the clock run out here and go into halftime. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So at halftime, it is 21 for your Unity Rockets. Monticello 7. We'll take a break, hear from our sponsors, and be right back here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Are you in the need of a vehicle detail? Well, grab your phone and visit rocketmotorsdetailing.com. Book your appointment online today for that rocket shine. Remember, rocketmotorsdetailing.com. If it's not a rocket shine, it's just not clean.
To our first responders, thank you. You work tirelessly to invest in our Champaign County community every day. That's why Country Financial is honored to return the favor and invest in you with a car insurance discount and service you deserve. Call your local Country Financial representative, Jordan McDaniel, at 217-352-9817 to claim your discount today.
Football season is here, which means time is running out to get your countertops updated before the holidays. Hi, this is Matt, owner of Classic Granite Marble. Let us work with you from concept to finished product. Using state-of-the-art equipment along with decades of experience, we measure, fabricate, and install. Whether it's countertops for your kitchen, a surround for your shower or bath, or a hearth for your fireplace, we have the look you desire. Classic Granite Marble has the finest natural stone and quartz in Central Illinois. Make an appointment to see our showroom at 1901 West Springer Drive or visit us at classicgranitemarble.il.com. Bring the classic look of stone to your home today.
Bees Trees, your local ISA certified arborist with over 10 years experience, specializing in tree removal, tree trimming, and with free estimates. Call Greg Miller of Bees Trees today at 217-260-4551.
You're gonna have a real good time when you drop by Smoke and Shine. You'll find
Tennessee bougie, always in a jar. Smoke and shine, a fine restaurant and bar. Smoke and shine, smoke and shine.
The area's newest bar and restaurant, Smoke and Shine in Tolono, is the only moonshine bar in all East Central Illinois. But it's more than just shine. With a full bar and kitchen, there's something for everyone. Try all 26 moonshine flavors, which make up their specialty drink menu, like the Maple Bacon Bloody Mary and Purple Rain with Peach and Blackberry Moonshine. Smoke and Shine in Tolono and on Facebook.
You're gonna have a real good time when you drop by Smoke and Shine. You'll find Tennessee bougie, always in a jar. Smoke and Shine, a fine restaurant and bar. Smoke and Shine, smoke and shine.
Grab a drink, take a seat, and enjoy the moment. Clubhouse Lounge Radio. Variety at work, variety at home, variety every time. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy back here with you from Hicks Field. Unity Rockets 21, the Monticello Sages 7. It is halftime. And Mike, the defense for the Rockets really stepped up and played very well in the first half. Didn't have to defend the rush a whole lot.
No, they only rushed for 6 whole yards in the first half, but Ike Young, 13 of 23 unofficially for 108 yards. One rushing touchdown by Ike Young, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the Rockets offensively have done well. It was a 24-yard touchdown pass from Eisenminger to Mason O'Neill. And then we've got a 67-yard run from Hogard and a 6-yard run from Garrett Richardson, the senior. And those guys have just consistency. What's your biggest takeaway from the first half for the Rockets?
Well, they were more aggressive than I thought they would be. That was the first thing. Number two, they've got to cut back on the penalties. That's the one thing. You can't have the penalties. And number three, they've got to continue putting pressure on Ike Young, and the secondary has to continue. I would really like to see the secondary to move up a little bit, but they must be worried about the speed of the Monticello receivers, and that's why they're playing 7 yards off.
I've been very impressed with the way we've tackled. We've tackled low. We've done a great job. I've been very impressed with the front four of the Rockets, especially Colton Langendorf. He has really played well at the defensive end. Him and Hunter Easton have not got too deep. The one time they did get too deep is when they had a big pass play on the screen pass. But other than that, the Rockets have played very well, and the front four have done a great job. It's allowed the linebackers, too, to cover some of that outside in the outside perimeter as well.
Right.
So we've done a lot of good things defensively tonight. And, Mike, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we're going to talk a little playoff football. With you, and you have a special guest, Stephen. Who's our special guest, Stephen?
I certainly do, from the great Third and Lang podcast. Former head coach at Fisher High School, Mr. Matt Lane's going to join us.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here. It's 21-7. The Rockets lead Monticello at halftime. You're listening to high school football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Feeling good while at home, at work, or on the road. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
All right, Mike Roy along with Keith Gibson back here at Hicks Field. 21-7 a score to Unity beating the Monticello Sages right now, and I'm pleased to have with us to talk a little playoff football one of the guys with Edgy Tim on the Third and Lang podcast, Mr. Matt Lang. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing great. It's great to be back, and this brings back a lot of butterflies, a lot of memories and stuff like that. So, my life's changed a little bit. I'm kind of out of football and I'm working, but I do the Third and Lang podcast. Been doing that for about 7 or 8 years with Edgy Tim out of Chicago, and he lets me provide some insight on small school football, 1A through 3A, and he kind of takes care of 4A, and then 5A through 8A, it's all his. So we only do small school.
Right. There you go. But looking at what we've got coming up here in our classes here, when I look at 1A, we'll come to 3A, which is the most important one to us here later. But 1A, I mean, you've got 10 good teams there that are, with Althoff and Lena Winslow, they're in Leroy.
Yeah, 1A
8-0.
1A kicks it off on the day after Thanksgiving, and it's always intriguing. We always want to know that 1A team. And, you know, for the last 10 years or so, it's always been Lena Winslow out of the north.
Right.
Last year they got beat by Camp Point Central. And I think the telltale of the whole 1A is, you know, where is Belleville Althoff going to be? They're going to be in the south. We know that. But, you know, where's Leroy going to be? That's the team, I think, that is either going to go north or south. And if they go north, I think it's going to be a bloodbath up there in the north with Lena and Leroy.
Right.
If they go south, you know, then I think eventually they'll meet Belleville Althoff. So it'll be interesting. There's a lot of good teams. Princeville's decent. I think Sterling Newman Catholic is a team you can watch out for.
You know, Cesar Valier, they're a team that always surprises. They're always right there. They're always right there. So.
They come out of the south, and it'll be interesting. You know, I mean, I think Camp Point Central still in that western Illinois Valley over there. Hardin, Calhoun, Carrollton, teams like that. Jacksonville Route is a team that's not on here, and watch out for them. So.
Exactly. Then when we go down to 2A again, it's loaded up with a lot of 7-1 and 8-0 teams. You know, led by Maroa Forsyth, who's listed as number 1. But you've got some, you know, ALA, Atwood Hammond, you know, is in there with people like Chicago Christian, Tri-Valley, another local team in there.
I think when you look at 2A, I mean, you know, last year, you know, it was really just it was a mismatch, you know. I mean, Wilmington was going to win that game against Athens. Wilmington was the favorite going into 2A. If Wilmington goes 3A, then I think 2A is completely up for grabs.
Exactly.
I think Maroa Forsyth is probably one of those favorites, but they got a little piece of humble pie the other night. I mean, Aaron Coons, Williamsville beat them in a big game.
Yes.
Farmington, Toby Vallis, all these guys I know. Mark Dodd, after tonight, this will be his 5th 9-0 start into a season in the last decade.
Wow.
Quincy Notre Dame is probably the team to watch out for.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and so, but there's a lot of good football up and down. I think 2A is wide open, to be honest with you.
Exactly. And then when we get down to the big one that we like here most, 3A, everything runs through Byron. That's what everybody's talking. They did get tested last week, so that was a close call for them. But if you look up and down this list and then look at some of the other ones that are in here, you know, St. Joe Ogden will probably be 9-0 after the end of the evening tonight. Same thing with Seneca. You know, Monticello, they're playing for seeding.
I think we see two teams right here that are going to be in the South. I'm assuming.
Right.
You know, and I think any of these two teams right here, if they get their nuts and their bolts screwed up tight, get their engine revving, I think they can beat anybody.
Exactly.
But, you know, I will just say this, you know, Byron is kind of the big bully, but if Wilmington is up there, it's going to be interesting to see what Byron, Wilmington, and Montini are all going to do.
Yeah, they'll be up out of the north for sure.
Byron is dominant up front. They have great defense, great running backs. They run the wing tee to perfection. Some other teams you could watch out for too. I mean, St. Joe, will that be that team out of the South? I mean, let's face it. I mean, St. Joe, Monticello, and Unity are all going to kind of run into one another. You know?
Sooner or later it's going to happen.
And that's the argument that, you know, Edgy Tim and I talk about all the time. It's too bad it couldn't be 1 through 32 seeding in all the classes except for 7 and 8A. But
sure.
There's some sleepers over here too, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Bloomington Central Catholic, Olympia will be 6-3 after tonight.
Sure.
Williamsville, don't count them out.
Exactly.
There's a lot of good football. Seneca is a story too. They came out of nowhere last year.
Yeah.
And but the year before they kind of came out of the woods, and then last year they kind of went farther. And so, you know, tip your hat off.
Good program up there.
Yeah, good program. Always been good. Always been respectable.
Exactly. But if you had your choice, I mean, what you've seen tonight so far in this football between the Rockets and the Sages, what have you seen so far?
Well, I tell you right now, I mean, they're kind of carbon copies of one another. I mean, they're both running kind of a 4-man front, and they're bringing the outside edge guy out. So it's basically 5-2 cover 2. So for the football fans that are out there listening to you talk about that cushion, they're playing that cushion, but they got a guy over the top.
Exactly.
And so they're doing that because they're putting Easton and they're putting another guy out on the edge. They're walking him up because they're concerned about the quarterback and that speed. Monticello's doing the same thing defensively, and, you know, Tolona's had some success kind of taking advantage of that turnover, and then they were able to run the ball there. Got a big break there with that big long run. But it'll be interesting. I think you kind of called it out there. I mean, if Tolono could just kind of tighten that up a little bit, because Coley's going to keep attacking. He will keep attacking. He'll run a screen, and he has yet to run his trick play. And he'll have one trick play in his bag tonight.
The trick pony has got to come out sooner or later.
Tolono's got a great program. Scott's been good to me over the years. Coley's one of my best friends and helped me through my ups and downs. And so this is fun, and I'm just really thrilled to be here. This is great. You guys do a good job, man. So I kind of feel like we're on college game day right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Good thing we're not, because we're all three kind of, we probably break the camera. You know what I'm saying? So
there you go. But I'll tell you, Matt, it was a pleasure for you to come in here again. Matt Lang from the Third and Lang podcast with Edgy Tim. Check that out if you haven't. It's a great podcast. But
we do it on Wednesdays, and then he spits it out on Thursdays and stuff. So
there you go.
We do it on Wednesday nights, and then he spits it out, and it's just fun, and it's therapeutic for me. And I get everybody's phone number in my cell phone, and
you get to talk about football.
I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated. I lost the game.
There you go. So we're going to be right back. We're still in a halftime. Got about 3 minutes 45 seconds left. Again, your score: Tolono Unity Rockets 21, Monticello Sages 7. We'll be right back with more football from Hicks Field.
To our first responders, thank you. You work tirelessly to invest in our Champaign County community every day. That's why Country Financial is honored to return the favor and invest in you with a car insurance discount and service you deserve. Call your local Country Financial representative, Jordan McDaniel, at 217-352-9817 to claim your discount today.
Are you in the need of a vehicle detail? Well, grab your phone and visit RocketMotorsDetailing.com. Book your appointment online today for that rocket shine. Remember, RocketMotorsDetailing.com. If it's not a rocket shine, it's just not clean.
You're gonna have a real good time when you drop by Smoke and Shine. You'll find Tennessee bougie always in a jar. Smoke and Shine, a fine restaurant and bar. Smoke and Shine. Smoke and Shine.
The area's newest bar and restaurant, Smoke and Shine in Tolono, is the only moonshine bar in all East Central Illinois. But it's more than just shine. With a full bar and kitchen, there's something for everyone. Try all 26 moonshine flavors, which make up their specialty drink menu, like the Maple Bacon Bloody Mary and Purple Rain with Peach and Blackberry Moonshine. Smoke and Shine in Tolono and on Facebook.
You're gonna have a real good time when you drop by Smoke and Shine. You'll find Tennessee bougie always in a jar. Smoke and Shine, a fine restaurant and bar. Smoke and Shine. Smoke and Shine.
Bees Trees, your local ISA certified arborist with over 10 years experience, specializing in tree removal, tree trimming, and with free estimates. Call Greg Miller of Bees Trees today at 217-260-4551.
Feeling good while at home, at work, or on the road. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy back here with you from Hicks Field, where it is halftime. We've got about 2-3 minutes left before we get started with the second half, where the Unity Rockets lead the Monticello Sages 21-7. And while we're at halftime, just want to thank all of our sponsors. It's week 9 already, Mike Roy, and it's hard to believe this is the last night of regular season. But want to thank our sponsors, of course, RocketMotorsDetailing.com for being our presenting sponsor all season long. Want to thank Bees Trees, Greg Miller, always a good man, and we appreciate him. He's our hook-off, field goal, and scoreboard sponsor this year. Classic Granite Marble, Matt Connor and his crew, they're our first down sponsor. Discount Mattress and Furniture Outlet, along with Discount Appliance Outlet, both in Champaign. Give them a call at 217-722-7690. Our timeout and turnover sponsor. Shay Moore at 217 Mortgage, our Red Zone sponsor. And our good friend Jordan McDaniel at Country Financial. He's our touchdown sponsor. Give Jordan a call today or tomorrow. Not today. Don't give him a call right now.
No, not today.
No. Give him a call in the morning. Give him a call Monday morning at 217-352-9817. For all your auto, home, life, and everything in between. One of the nicest, down-to-earth people I know. Jordan, hope you're listening, buddy, because we appreciate you being a sponsor this season for Rocket Football. And for you, my friend, thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
We got to make our Wallace trip this year.
Wally's trip, you betcha.
It's been a fun, it started off a little but we have rolled right back into the winning column. We're above 500, 2 games above it, looking to go 6-3 to finish the season if we can close this one out. And what do you expect to see in the second half here, Mike, with the Rockets leading 21-7?
Well, I think the pursuit is still going to be there by the defense. Our ends are going to do their job as always. Again, I think if we can get our DBs to play up a little bit, but see, here's what I think. This is a cat and mouse game. You got 2 Hall of Fame coaches with great coaching staffs, and it's cat and mouse, and I'll tell you why. Because what they're waiting on is us to move up so the Sages can run routes and get past us. So we're going to have to be aware of what's going on. But when you put pressure on the quarterback, guess what happens? He can't do that.
Right.
So we've got to keep pressure on him, and on offense, I think we need to keep mixing it up. We can't run – if we're going to run sweeps, you're going to have to get the ball out there and stop running lateral. You got to run north and south, or in this case here, east and west.
And we want to definitely it is senior night here.
Yes.
At Hicks Field for our seniors. And McKinley Weller, Owen Taylor, Nick Jesse, Carter Meddy, Oliver Rawlings, Ryan Rink, Kate Dubson, Garrett Richardson, Michael Bromley, Andrew King, Kalen Shute, Dallas Hollingsworth, Gavin Weber, Jacob Thomas, Jaden Denny, Brady Parr, Hunter Easton, Emerson Bailey, all seniors this season.
Wow.
They have been with us, Mike, since they were sophomores.
Yes,
This
sir.
is the 3rd year, so we've got to cover these kids for all their varsity action, and what a great group of kids it is. And that's got a lot of talent to replace next year as well.
Betcha. You betcha. We're going to have Dane Eisenmenger back next year, so they'll have senior leadership at the quarterback position, a three-year starter. But that's a lot of good people to replace. But, it seems like every year the coaching staff here at Unity, with the great JFL football program they have, they just keep moving these players in. They understand the system. They learn it. And they become better right in front of our eyes.
Well, we said the same thing last year with those seniors left, too. A great group of kids, and we keep the winning tradition going. And so it's fun, but I want to say thank you to their parents, the senior parents.
You betcha.
We got to do trivia night before the season started, which seems like it was just last weekend.
Yeah.
But it was not. And but I've enjoyed every minute of calling your sons and ball games and doing play-by-play
totally
here for
agree.
that senior group. So good luck to them moving forward. But we're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
It is 21-7. Rockets lead. A win guarantees us a spot in the playoffs. And then we just have to find out where we go next weekend, Mike Roy.
Exactly. And, I think 8 o'clock Saturday night, isn't it?
I believe so.
I think
on the
Sunday night.
NFHS
I can't
Network
remember.
and
Yep.
Along with the IHSA.org.
Yep.
You can watch the show there, the selection show, if you will.
And it'll pop right up there for you. But I'll tell you, it's a pleasure to watch each year the players grow right in front of your eyes. And, I mean, we've seen some great maturity. We've seen some great things happen with the players we've got out here. But we got a half of football to play, my friend.
And, yes, when the Monticello Sages will receive the second half kickoff. Before we get started the second half, Mike Roy, I just want to say ILL.
INI.
Big win last weekend against Michigan. It doesn't get any easier this week up in Eugene.
Tomorrow. You betcha.
Number 1 Oregon. But what a fun season it's been so far for Coach Belima and the Illini.
And thanks to everybody that's listening to us this night and listened to us all year. We appreciate it. We certainly do.
So I did some looking into our analytics, and we are averaging over 5,000 listeners a week, and that's pretty awesome.
That's great. We love it.
All right, here we go. Second half underway. Emerson Bailey with a nice high kick, taken back all the way at the 8-yard line, or the 1-yard line by number 8, and he's got room down the sidelines. Finally knocked out. Number 8, that is Jack Helms. Another great return all the way out to the 30-yard line.
He is. I'll tell you, it's not just his running. It's the blocking by the special teams of the Sages. They're doing a great job opening up lanes for him. So, if this was a much tighter game, I'd be a little bit concerned about that if I was the Unity Rockets coaching staff.
Emerson Bailey doing a great job of kicking it deep. I mean, that ball was all the way back to the 1-yard line.
Yes, thank goodness.
And Helm brought it back to the 30. And that's where the Sages will take over, 1st and 10 from the left hash. Ike Young in quarterback, man in motion. That's Foreign. And handoff up the middle. And opens a keeper on the RPO and nowhere, loss of a yard.
Yep.
Hunter Easton, the first man there.
We are not going to let him beat us with the run, I can guarantee you.
Gavin Weaver back in the ball game. Great to see that. Here in the second half, he had to take a couple plays off, but he's back. He was there on the tackle as well. If you're just joining us, it's 21-7. Rockets lead Monticello. We're just underway to start the second half here in the third quarter. Monticello with the football, 2nd and 12 from their own 29. Young looking to pass. They're going to look deep. Oh, and Claire is beat. And that's DeForeign, and he's going to try to get down. And Graydon Clare, brings him down at about the 19. Claire bit on the juke step, and Foreign was able to get around him and down the sideline. And it's a big game for the Sages, who come out quickly.
Yeah, he bit on that, and he was receiver for the Sages way too quick on that. Just took him to school right there.
All right, so 1st and 10 for Monticello now from inside the 217 Morgan Shea Moore red zone of the Rockets. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, which is a rare occurrence tonight for the Sages. And that'll be Schwartz with the carry. Not much there, though.
Nope, got about 3 maybe. 3 is what it is.
So 2nd and 7 now from the Rocket 16 for Monticello. We are far from over, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of football left to play. 10.5 to go on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. Monticello with the football. 2 wide receivers each way. Young looks to pass, looks to get it outside to the flat, and a nice tackle there.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
Carter Meddy with a nice tackle, but he stays down.
He stays down on that one.
And that's all the way up to the 14, so he didn't get any gain, but 2 yards.
2-yard gain, but he is down, and he looks like he's in pain.
I don't know if it's his shoulder.
I can't tell. He's holding his arm or his shoulder area for sure.
So we'll take a quick break here while they tend to Carter, and we'll be right back here with Unity Rocket football. They lead 21-7 with 10:09 to go here in the third quarter. You're listening to Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
To our first responders, thank you. You work tirelessly to invest in our Champaign County community every day. That's why Country Financial is honored to return the favor and invest in you with a car insurance discount and service you deserve. Call your local Country Financial representative, Jordan McDaniel, at 217-352-9817 to claim your discount today.
Football season is here, which means time is running out to get your countertops updated before the holidays. Hi, this is Matt, owner of Classic Granite Marble. Let us work with you from concept to finished product. Using state-of-the-art equipment along with decades of experience, we measure, fabricate, and install. Whether it's countertops for your kitchen, a surround for your shower or bath, or a hearth for your fireplace, we have the look you desire. Classic Granite Marble has the finest natural stone and quartz in Central Illinois. Make an appointment to see our showroom at 1901 West Springer Drive or visit us at classicgranitemarble.il.com. Bring the classic look of stone to your home today.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy back here with you on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, clubhouse217.com. We're going to break the action. It is 21-7. Unity leads Monticello with 10:09 to go here in the third quarter. On senior night at Hicks Field, Mike, and it's been a very intense ball game. A lot of hard hits from both sides, and the Rockets have done really well offensively and defensively, not giving up too many big plays.
Exactly. A lot of jitters, too, from both sides, but the hits have been monstrous. And, I just hope that this can be a bend but don't break moment for the Unity Rockets defense on this drive.
Monticello has the football. It is 3rd and 4 from the Rockets 13. We have an injured player on the field who is now getting up and walking off, which is always a good sign. He'll get a big standing ovation and standing hand. Excuse me. We thank you for joining us, whether you're listening to us live on Facebook. Doug Russell listening from Anchorage, Alaska, Mike.
The big Alaska.
Ronna Barb listening from Rantoul. Of course, our good friend Brody Keith and said he really enjoyed your interview, Mike. So thanks for Matt Lang for coming on and being our special guest at halftime.
Thank you, Brody, wherever you're at. Said he was going to try to come tonight, but I don't know if he decide to venture out, he might get too cold. I don't want him to get too cold with that wind blowing a little bit on him.
Yeah. He'd always have to wear a sock hat, too.
Yeah.
He did come and visit our tailgate last Saturday. Appreciated him stopping by early in the morning, but we were there at 6:45, Mike, in the morning.
Ooh.
Me and the world heavyweight champion, my father, and set up and had the TV set up, and it was right there at 4th and St. Mary's.
Looks like a left arm is what he's holding on to. His left forearm there. So
left or right? I can't tell, Mike.
I
think it's his right.
You think it's his right? I think it's it's his right. I couldn't tell.
I don't know if he popped out of place maybe or what, but Carter's walking off the field. And we're going to get back to action here. 3rd and 4 for Monticello from the Rockets 13. And you hate to see that, but hopefully he can bounce back. And here we go. They look to pass. Double up, and that's 4 and drops the pass. Incomplete. He had nothing but green turf in front of him and could have walked in for the touchdown.
Can't run before you catch it, my friend.
Instead, he drops it, now brings up a 4th and 4 now from the 13.
And they have a good field goal kicker in, I think, Nolan
Buencamper.
Yep, I think he's a good kicker, but I have a feeling that Coach Welter will roll the dice on this.
And he is. He's going to go 3 wide to the right. 1 left. Let's see what Young does here. Young takes it. He's going to look to pass. He's going to look, and it's going to almost intercepted. King and Germano breaks up the slant pass. And a big stop by the defense. So this time, Mike, we get a little revenge and stop them on 4th down.
Bend but don't break. My goodness. I mean, that's how you do it right there.
Germano read that, stepped up, got his hand up, and knocked down the football. And a great play by Germano.
And this has got to be frustrating to the Monticello Sages, who are one of the better offensive scoring teams in this conference. So
yeah.
I guarantee you it's getting a little frustrating for them.
So 1st and 10 Rockets now from their own 13. With 9:57 to go in the 3rd quarter, they lead 21-7. Handoff, Garrett Richardson up the middle. He's not got much. Boy, they are really just, we can blow the whistle. There we go.
Yep.
Getting shoved back there. And they are really just stacking the middle of that defensive line and those gaps and not really letting Garrett get anything up the middle tonight, Mike.
That is correct. And they're going to keep doing that. And I think you still have to run that play just to keep them honest. But I think that some quick passes here wouldn't be a bad thing. Just some short ones.
2nd and 10. And handoff to Richardson. He's going to try to get out to the left. Nothing there.
Going to lose 2.
Buencamper, the first man there for the Sages on the tackle. And so nothing there. Lose 2. And now it's 3rd and 12 for the Rockets.
The Sages are running some stunts here that they snuffed that one out when they saw the motion, and they've scouted this real well. And they just run stunts toward the right-hand side, and there was nowhere for Richardson to run on that one.
So they're going to call it 3rd and 13 for the Rockets. 8:45 to go. What else is doing, Mike, is running that clock.
Yes, sir.
O'Neal out far right. Parr, Rawlings, and Hogard to the right. That's across the middle, intercepted. And that ball's going to be a pick 6 for the Sages.
Number 11.
Number 11, Hunter Romano with the pick 6. And that changes things up quite a bit here, Mike, in the 3rd quarter.
Yes, sir. That was an ill-advised pass. I'm not sure who he was looking at, but that pass should have never been thrown. He can't just focus on one receiver. He didn't look at his check down who was open, and that was a pick 6, which puts Monticello right back in the thick of this.
21-13. Looks like we're going to kick the extra point here. I'm sure Dane wants that one back.
You ain't kidding.
Buencamper on for the extra point for the Sages. 8:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Just to make it a 7-point game. Here's a snap. And kick is up and off the left upright and good.
High snap made it happen.
21-14. It's now a 7-point game with 8.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Mike, after a big defensive stop by the Rockets on 4th down, turn the ball over, and turnovers and penalties will hurt you.
They certainly will. The one thing we have to do, that play's over.
Yep.
We've got to go back and run our offense and run something different. And the run game is not going to work right now for us. We need to open it up with some short passes out in the flat or something across the middle, because 5 yards gained there is better than losing 3 yards on a run.
Doug Reinhardt listening to us from Colorado Springs. Hi, Doug. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello, Doug.
Out in Colorado. Well, Mike, it's a brand new ball game.
Brand new
7-point
ball
lead
game
for the Rockets. 8.5 to go in the third quarter.
Well, we knew the Sages weren't going to go away. I mean,
No.
This is a well-coached team. Coach Welter and his group do a good job over there. So just buckle up, folks. It's going to be a ride.
And the ensuing Bees Trees kickoff from Bunin-Camper. And the ball falls off the tee. A little bit of wind out there, Mike. Wind's picked up a little
wind's
bit.
Going across the field. It's going from
East to west.
Yep, it's pushing across here. So pushing across. So we'll see
Deep
if it'll
for
stay
the
there.
Rockets, Garrett Richardson, Trey Hogard. Both men have the ability to return it. And they kick it on the ground. And that's Tyler Henry takes it. And he comes straight ahead up to about the 35. That's where he'll be knocked down. And that's where the Rockets will start.
It's going to be important on this series, in my opinion, Keith. It's going to be very important for us to maintain blocks, because Monticello's going to have a little jump in their step here. You know, they're back in this ball game, and after a great stop by the Rockets, you know, that pick six has added some life to them over there, and their fans are certainly letting us know.
Yeah, it gives them all the momentum right now, even though they're down 7. They've got Uncle Mo on their side right now. So the Rockets need to take this back and get this some yardage here and slowly gain away. Control the clock here, though.
Yep.
Eisenmenger in shotgun. Hogard in motion. And this will be a handoff to Richardson to the right. He's got room to the 40. He's got one man to beat. And down to the 46-yard line. Nice
Great
tackle
run.
over there on the open field.
Great run.
And that's Zeke Young over there who made the tackle. Young made he's the only one that Richardson had to beat. Otherwise, he was gone. But a classic granite marble first down for the Rockets. Back to same formation. Handoff to Richardson again. He breaks free to the right. Across midfield, across the 45, down to the 44.
I think that might be another first
And
down.
now we got another flag now. Crew Eckstein, and looks like number 11, Hunter Romano getting into it. Things getting a little testy here, Mike.
Yep. I was waiting for that to happen.
We got 2 flags out on the field.
Could be offsetting here, I think would be appropriate. Yeah, there was some pushing and shoving going on there, so we'll see what
I like seeing that. It's a little fire right there, Mike.
A little fire, because
you know the Rockets really haven't had to produce that fire in the second half in 3 weeks.
They're calling it on
both. It's going to be offsetting.
So, offsetting, thank goodness.
So nobody hurt.
Is that a first down, or is that going to be a tight
just short,
second?
I think.
Tight second.
2nd and 1 from the 44 for the Rockets. 7:59 to go here in the third quarter. They lead by 7.
Let that clock run, baby.
It's been a game of back and forth, up and down, exactly what we thought. As you said, in the words of good old JR, Jim Ross, it's been a slobber knocker.
It sure has. Good hitting, too. That's what I like. Tackling, for the most part, has been really, really darn good.
All right, 2nd and 1 for the Rockets, who have the football on the right hash. Eisenmenger, and he's got his team in a tight formation. Brady Parr, the only one out far left. Handoff Richardson. He looks to get up, and I think he's going to get just short and not enough for a first down. That play looks slow to develop, Mike, and he's not going to get enough for the first down to bring up 3rd down here.
He was looking for a hole instead of running straight forward, and sometimes when you're on short yardage like that, just run the darn thing forward and be done with it. That's the way you do it.
All right, so we got 3rd and 1 now. The U crew getting loud. Rockets fans getting loud.
And we're using clock.
Sage
That's the main
Rage
thing.
over there, the Sage Cage getting loud over there as well. On the opposite side, 3rd and 1, Hogard in motion. Here's a snap. Eisenmenger keeps it up the middle. He's at the 40 and going to be up to the 36-yard line before the whistle's blown, and he's brought down.
There we go. That was
so
a
an
good call
RPO,
right
a read pass option there. He took his option himself in and picks
Good
up
call.
a classic granite marble first down.
Good call right there. Nice little 8-yarder.
Yep, 6:48 on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. Rockets lead 21-14. Keith Gibson, Mike Roy bringing you play-by-play coverage. Now it's 3 wide for the Rockets. Here's a snap, handoff, fumble, and Eisenmenger able to fall on it back at the 39, so a loss of about 3. He was trying to hand that off to Richardson. I think he held on just a little too long, Mike.
Yep. That
trying to make that read.
A little busted up on that read. You've got to get that ball either in there or not. There's no in between.
So it'll be a loss of almost 4 on the play. Now they're giving 3. Okay, 2nd and 13 now from the 39.
Clock running, that's what we like.
Rockets have done a great job of managing the clock and controlling it tonight.
Yeah, they definitely have. They definitely have been doing that.
So 2nd and 13, here we go. Eisenmenger in shotgun, takes a snap, handoff, Richardson up the middle to the 35 and out to the 32 and brought down. Good run by Garrett there, the senior running back.
Definitely needed that one. A little short yardage here on the 3rd will be nice.
3rd down of about 6, Mike. 5 or 6 here.
So it seems like to me what we're trying to do is just run clock here. The running game was so-so in the first half, but the big boys up front are doing the job here in the 2nd.
Now we got 3 wide over to the right. Richardson in the backfield. And we'll keep it. And no, they're going to hand it off to Richardson, who breaks to the right. And that looks like it's going to be enough for a classic granite marble first down. It's going to be really close.
Yeah, we've had too many really close ones tonight, but let's see where they
have.
mark that
Let's see
thing.
where they spot this, Mike. Looks like it's going to be 4th down. That's going to be just
4th and inches. Boy,
oh boy, just short of the 41 here.
Boy,
I mean,
boy.
we're talking inches.
Well, you have to go for it. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, 4:50 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Nothing fancy. Put the big boys in. Go on a quick
This will
count.
be the
and just
3rd
make
time.
It happen.
Yeah, 3rd time they went for it on 4th down. They've been stopped twice before.
Trying to pull them off here and change the play, but
and Coach Hamlin's going to take a timeout here. He didn't like something with 4 seconds to go on the play clock.
Yep.
And this is a big play, Mike. This is a huge play on 4th and 1.
I would not be afraid when you go out there this time. Go out there, run on a quick count, catch them a little bit off guard. Just get the first down, let that clock keep going, and you got a fresh set of downs to work with. I'm a big believer in the longer you sit there and try to draw them off, the more it comes back on you. And we can't afford to lose a 4th down in inches.
Yeah. And one thing I will say, both times they've tried to run it up the middle on 4th down, and it's been stuffed. That hasn't been there a lot tonight. It has been a little bit more on this drive, but I'd almost like to see you go the air here. Well, maybe some play action, something up the middle, but something more to the outside towards the ends.
That was the other thing. They had a 6-man front there, and I think that's what Coach Hamilton saw, and he's like, nope, we're gonna change this real quick.
All right, so here we go. 4th and 1 for the Rockets from the Monticello 27-yard line.
This is like a big chess
Unity
match.
leads 21-14, 4:35 to go, 3rd quarter on a Bees Tree scoreboard.
Big chess match.
Here we go. 3 wide receivers to the left.
Stack in the middle again.
Yep, they are. And here we go. And it's going to be a handoff to Richardson. And he's going to get enough for the first down and more across the 35.
Yes, he is.
25 up to the 21-yard line.
You betcha. That's what we needed right there, Keith.
But that didn't go right up the middle, Mike. That went more to the outside to the left.
But the blocking was real good to get him out there, though, too.
Nice job by the tackles there on the left side.
Good 6-yard run there when you only needed 1. We like that.
Jaden Denny out there, the senior, making things happen. Eisenmenger now rolling right, looking to pass. And he's got Hogard complete. And that's going to be enough for a first down to the 10-yard line inside the red zone.
Yes, sir. Caught him napping there. That play happened quick.
So 1st and goal for the Rockets. Let's see where they mark it there. Oh, they're going to mark it outside the 10-yard line, Mike. So they'll have enough for the possibly get it. Nope, they're going to say 1st and goal from the 10.
1st and goal.
Here we go. Tight formation. Pitch out to Richardson to the left. He cuts out to the left to the 5 and down to the 3. Almost got in, ran over to the defender, but it was able to bring down. That was Carter Foran able to bring him down at the 3.
I love that blocking over there. Number 69 over there, Jaden Den, and number 71, Colson Miller, sprung him over there. I love it. Push people around. Give him some yards.
So 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line for the Rockets. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. They lead 21-14. Can they punch it in and get a Jordan McDaniel Country Financial touchdown? Eisenmenger takes a snap. He'll look. He goes to keep it himself. Now he's going to look to pass. Now he's going to run it in himself. Touchdown, Rockets!
There we go.
That was a broken play, and Eisenmenger. Patrick Mahomes, that one created and runs it into the right side of the end zone for a Jordan McDaniel Country Financial touchdown.
Leadership right there. That's how you do that, Keith. That's how you do it. He broken play. He knew what he had to do and punched it in right there, and we definitely needed that one.
27-14, Rockets lead.
Took the
Bailey
momentum
off for the extra point.
Took the momentum away from Monticello on that one.
That's exactly. After the pick 6, they had Uncle Mo, and now Uncle Mo's kind of been taken away from him.
Yep.
And this is a big extra point here for Emerson Bailey. Put us up by 2 scores, 28-14.
Got to block well up front there because they are stacking her up tight.
Ryan Rink the holder.
Keep the snap where it needs to be.
Here's snap
Good
back.
Snap.
Kick up.
That's a bingo.
And that is good.
That's a bingo.
All right, with 3:20 to go in the third quarter, the Rockets come back and push their lead back to 14. 28-14 is your final. It ain't a final yet, Mike.
No.
28-14 with 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Rockets lead the Sages. Boy, it's been a lot of action tonight, Mike.
I'll tell you, we've seen a lot of things go on tonight. We've seen a lot of good plays. We've had a pick 6. We've had a bunch of fourth down play stuffed. And Unity just keeps finding a way to come back and, put some points on the board when they need it. But this game is far from over, my friend. Far from over.
Yeah, but this quarter has went quick. That's for sure.
It has. It has. Well, 3:20 left, and I don't know. I'm still a little edgy about this because
me too.
When you've got Ike Young, you've got a Division I style quarterback running a pro offense. They can throw the ball. They've got about 5 receivers they can throw to.
So there was a penalty on the play too somewhere, Mike, because we are kicking off from the Monticello 45.
Yes.
Which means Emerson Bailey may put this through the uprights if he chooses to.
I would just be done with it.
Bailey's kick is nice and high, and that's going to be just to the right of the upright, but it'll be a touchback.
That's okay.
If he'd got that down the middle, Mike, that would have been good.
Good.
All right, so Monticello will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. They trail 28-14, 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Thank you for joining us. Keith Gibson, my broadcast partner Mike Roy with me on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com. This is the first time you're listening. We thank you for tuning in this evening. Don't forget you can listen to the last 60 years of hit music at Clubhouse Lounge Radio, clubhouse217.com, anytime, streaming 24/7. Ike Young now up the middle. He's got a chance to move to run on 1st and 10, up to the 25 and brought down there by Keegan Germano.
Yeah, that play, I don't think that was a quarterback draw by design, but he
saw something.
Yep, he saw people covered, and he just said, I'm going to tuck and run it here. But I like it. Keeps the clock running. I like that.
2nd and 5 now.
Wait a minute. Why is the clock stopped?
I'm not sure why the clock is stopped,
Clock should be running.
Here's a snap. Young looks to pass out in the flat, and it's wide open to Brown. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. That's number 16, Ryan Rink, but knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
That quick pass has worked all night, and I don't know if this is we're just going to give them the cushion and then play them tight when we get closer or what. But I'm still wondering why we're playing off so much. If we're just afraid of their speed or what it might be.
Well, Brown came out in the flat, and there was nobody out there. He had space.
No.
So 1st and 10 for Monticello at their own 40. And we're going to look to pass. Nick Jesse's got pressure. He hits his arm, and Graydon Clare's going to intercept it at the 40, at the 50, and knocked out of bounds at the 45. The G-Man with the pick.
Let's hear it, South. Let's hear it, man.
The West End zone ought to be going crazy right now. Discount appliance outlet turnover. Graydon Clare, Nick Jesse with the pressure, hit the arm of the G-Man with the INT. And that's big. That's a big turnover, Mike, with 2:58 to go here in the third quarter.
So here's what you do. You run the ball, and you run some clock. That's how we do this. We got good field position here at the Sages 44-yard line. I like the odds on this one.
1st and 10 for the Rockets from the 44 in Monticello, as Mike said. 2:58 to go in the third quarter. They got a 14-point lead. Eisenmenger in shotgun. Hogard in motion. Hand off. Now we're going to look a little trickery here. He's going to look to throw it. He throws it up. And that's O'Neal who knocks it down. Has to play defender there because Zeke Young had him one-on-one. And nice job by Mason O'Neal right there, Mike, just to knock that down.
That was a smart thing to do. Call's not bad, but I'm just not – I would rather run clock right now. Not trying to be conservative, but the running game the boys up front have been opening up some holes, so I would rather run the ball, run some clock.
You don't see that very often with Coach Hamlin calling a little trickery.
Nope. But that was covered very well by the Sages.
It was 2nd and 10 for the Rockets now. Tight formation. You've got 4 wide receivers tight left, Mike.
Interesting.
Now a man in motion. Here's a snap, and it's a pitch to the short side of the field to the left. Richardson across the 40 and about to the 38-yard line.
Marking him at the 39 actually now.
So gain of about 5 on the play. Nice run to the short side there by Garrett. Found a hole and picked up 5.
Tight little formation. He's running a little better here in the second half than he was in the first in my book, Keith.
I agree. He's getting the hog mollies up front are making those holes.
Making some holes. But that tight formation allows you to do some things that you can't do when you're stretched out. Adds extra blockers in if you do it the right way.
Kalen Shute doing a great job at left guard tonight, opening some of those holes.
You betcha.
Hogard in motion. Now hand off to Richardson. He goes right side this time, up to about the 41. He'll be short of the first down by about 2 yards.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here. Be 4th and 2 now, Mike. And another interesting call for Coach Hamilton.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
Yep, he's going to go again. And why not? Minute 35 to go in the third quarter. You're up by 14.
He's drawing a play. And
you got O'Neal far out right. You got Hogard in the slot and part of the left. Richardson in the backfield. Hogard now in motion behind Eisenmenger. And Eisenmenger will keep it, and he'll get a first down to the 30. He breaks free to the 25, 20, and he'll go out of bounds to the 16-yard line.
Boy, oh boy.
20-yard run, quarterback keeper by Dane Eisenmenger.
What a gutsy call right there, and Eisenmenger played that to perfection. Had a blocker out there that sprung him, and you can't ask for much more.
First and 10 Rockets at their Sages 16.
17th first down of the game.
Boy, classic granite marble first downs are plentiful this evening, Mike.
Ball control, my friend.
They've done a really good job of controlling not only the ball but the clock.
Everything.
And doing a great job tonight. The Rockets have really done a nice job all around. First and 10 from the 16. Handoff Richardson up the middle. He'll get to the 15-yard line, maybe the 14. We'll see where they mark it. I think just inside the 15. So a game about 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to be content just to let this clock keep running, and we'll probably get one more play off here before the third quarter ends.
About 50 seconds to go here in the third. Eisenmenger in shotgun. O'Neal and Hogard to the right. And he'll roll to the right. He's going to look to pass. He's looking for Hogard. That's complete. Hogard makes a move. Hogard makes a second move. It's going to be enough for a first down. Inside the 5, and that is where he'll be brought down. First and goal for the Rockets.
5-yard line with 34 seconds left in the frame.
And the clock has stopped and moved the chains. It's going to be first and goal. Now they'll run the clock. And Coach Hamlin says we're going to let it run.
Yep, let her run. Boy, oh boy, Keith.
Oh, no, they're going to have to run a play here, Mike, before that clock runs out.
22. Yep, they sure are.
First and goal from the 5.
Coach yelling a play out to him.
Hogard in the slot to the right. O'Neal far right. See if they just run the football. They do. Richardson up the middle, and he's going to be just short of the touchdown at the 1 yard line. And that will end our third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's your Rockets 28, the Monticello Sages 14 here at Hicks Field. We'll be back with your fourth quarter action after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Unity Rockets football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com.
Are you in the need of a vehicle detail? Well, grab your phone and visit rocketmotorsdetailing.com. Book your appointment online today for that rocket shine. Remember, rocketmotorsdetailing.com. If it's not a rocket shine, it's just not clean.
Bees Trees, your local ISA certified arborist with over 10 years experience, specializing in tree removal, tree trimming, and with free estimates. Call Greg Miller of Bees Trees today at 217-260-4551.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy here with you from Clubhouse Lounge Radio and clubhouse217.com. Thank you for joining us this evening. It is 28-14. The Rockets of Unity lead the Sages of Monticello as we get ready to begin the fourth quarter. And Mike, what a great crowd we have here tonight. Stands completely packed. West end zone's busy all the way around. The Sages brought over a huge crowd, too. What a great football atmosphere on week 9 of high school football.
I mean, you can't ask for nothing better. The one thing I'd really like to see is just more clock control, punch this in, and just make things happen.
We thank you if you are listening for the first time tonight to Clubhouse Lounge Radio, clubhouse217.com. We thank you for tuning in. All right, second and goal from the 2 for the Rockets. Here we go, pitch out to Garrett Richardson. He walks it in. Easy peasy, Jordan McDaniel, Country Financial touchdown for senior Garrett Richardson, his second of the night. And the Rockets add on to their lead. It's now 34-14.
Nothing fancy there, Keith, but it's just been simple math here. If you block them, you run hard, you put it in, all is good.
Emerson Bailey on for the extra point. Well, it'll be interesting now, Mike, as we begin this fourth quarter. I'm not saying this is over yet, but kick is up, and kick is good. 35-14 now, but saying this stays how it is here, barring something crazy happening in this fourth quarter. And there's a lot of time left. I'm not saying that can't happen, but
sure.
Monticello goes to 7-2. Rockets at 6-3. More than likely, Monticello probably host, is what I would guess, a home game next weekend.
Sure.
Rockets may be on the road.
Rockets will probably be on the road.
But it guarantees us a spot in.
That it does. And, with this quadrant system that they have, when they place people around, there's a lot of good 3A teams around here. And, talking to former coach Matt Lang there off there, I mean, there's some – you've got PBL, you've got some teams. We could see a conference foe back here again.
PBL, yeah, they play. They have a game tonight. They lose, they're going to be 6-3 as well.
Exactly.
And which is crazy, but they've had so many injuries.
Yes.
Up there, and you got to feel bad for them.
I feel for them, but you got Bloomington Central Catholic. You've got Prairie Central. Prairie Central wins tonight. That puts them at 5-4, so they're going to be on the edge.
On that bubble, yep.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams on that bubble, and there's a lot of teams that in a lot of different ways it can go. It'll be interesting to see where both these teams get matched up in round 1.
Yes, sir.
Emerson Bailey on for our Bees Trees ensuing kickoff with 11:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. Short kick, and it's taken, it hits the ground and bounces, and picked up by number 8, and that is Helms. Helms, who's had some nice returns tonight, but he gets nowhere here.
Not on that one.
And it's taken to the 24 after he picks it up. He didn't catch that in the air, but I kind of let it bounce and then picked it up. That's kind of dangerous, but
that's a live ball.
Yeah. First and 10, Sages will start at their own 25. They trail 35-14 to your Rockets. as we begin the fourth quarter. 6 seconds in. Ike Young still in at quarterback. Foreign now in motion. Young looking to pass. He's got pressure. That's Jesse, and he picked off. That's Ryan Rink with a pick. He's got Young to beat, and that's a pick six. Nick Jesse with the pressure created the errant pass, and Ryan Rink, number 16, with the INT. And now the Sages have a huge deficit, and the Rockets pile it on.
I got to say, Keith, I don't know if Ike Young has had the pressure that he's had tonight. Maybe the St. Joe game he did, obviously, in this pro-style offense, but my goodness, that was an ill-advised pass by him for sure.
Nick Jesse came in with the pressure, tried to wrap him up. Young tried to throw it away, but he threw it right in the hands of Ryan Rink, who brought it 22 yards for the pick six. INT. Emerson Bailey adds the extra point. And the big guy, 1-6, who does the little things. I love it because Ryan tackles well. He covers well.
Yes.
And nothing better than seeing him get celebrated with a pick six there. Love it, love it, love it. And the Rockets go up 42-14 over Monticello.
I would not have expected this score, I'll tell you.
I wouldn't have either, Mike. And it's been interesting to say the least because we've gotten a lot of pressure on Ike Young and the Sages offense.
Yeah, and I think that the pressure that we're seeing tonight is nothing different than we've done all year, but we're just moving around a lot. And, boy, the front three are just doing an outstanding job of busting up the offensive line of the Sages.
Well, and our ends have done a nice job of getting around the tackles, too, and creating pressure, which allowed our linebackers to go through the gaps, too. The whole defense has played very, very well tonight, Mike.
Yes.
We've had a couple key plays there that the Sages got, some big plays, but other than that, they've contained and done very well. Emerson Bailey, the ensuing kick, taken by Helms on the run this time, and then he's knocked head over heels, and that's Keegan Germano.
What a great hit by Germano. Wow.
And Helms is down. Germano came across and hit him good.
He whacked him. He said, let me introduce you to Keegan Germano.
You know, we talked about 15, 20 minutes ago in real time, we talked about Monticello had Uncle Mo after that pick six.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gone.
We took that away. It's already hit the bus and going home.
42-14, the Rockets lead Monticello, 11:41 to go in the ball game.
Only played 19 seconds here in the fourth quarter. It's a big lead for Unity, 42.
Ike Young, at quarterback for the Sages. Takes a snap, and now look out far right. And that's high and incomplete, intended for Foreign.
You can tell he's a little flustered here, Keith. I mean, he's not the confident quarterback we saw in the first and second quarters of this football game.
He's taken some hits tonight, Mike.
He
the
sure has.
defense has really came in and hit him hard. Even when he's tried to run up the middle, he's got hit hard. You know, he's just he's thrown a couple picks now because of pressure. Graydon Clare, the G-man with a pick, then Ryan Rink, the pick six just a few minutes ago. And, they've done a great job defensively tonight.
Tired. 29 passes attempted so far.
Now you got 5 wide for the Sages, and he's going to look to pass again far right. And that is complete. And that's Brown, who's going to be completed up to the 46-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. Caden Hinch over there on the tackle, along with the aforementioned Ryan Rink and Braden Henry over there as well.
Wow, oh wow. I mean, it's just, this bend but don't break tonight. I'm not too worried about how this is going. I like it.
3rd and 3 for Monticello from the 46-yard line.
And they're definitely not in any hurry, I'll tell you.
No.
Surprisingly, I thought they'd be calling more plays at the line of scrimmage, especially out of this offense.
2 wide receivers each way for Young, who takes it. Now he's going to look. And that is almost complete by Bunicamper. Braden Henry puts a hit on him, and then Caden Hinch finishes it up.
Got to hit him low. You can't hit him high. He's bigger than you are. Hit him low, and he doesn't go anywhere.
And we got a player down the field. Hinch hit him hard, and he's the one slow to get up. But it looks like he's on his knees now.
Yeah, probably got the wind knocked out of him because, I mean, he's definitely bigger than him. So you got to hit him low. Got to hit him low.
Looks like he's all right. Maybe hit hard and just jarred something there. So he's walking off under his own power. It will be a first down for Sages all the way up to the 43-yard line of the Rockets. 11:24 to go in the ball game. Rockets with a huge 42-14 lead. Keith Gibson, Mike Roy bringing you play-by-play all night long. If you missed any part of the game tonight, you can listen to it tomorrow, this weekend on our YouTube channel, where we'll have the replay. And here is the toss out to Schwartz, out to the right. One of the few rushing plays the Sages have had all night long, but he's going to pick up all the way out to the 35.
Just a quick pitch out there. We haven't seen that very often, so.
But what that does, Mike, it keeps that clock running.
You betcha. They've only rushed the ball 10 times tonight, and 3 of those were out of necessity.
We're under 11 minutes to play now. Young now comes to the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers. That's Foreign. Out to the far left. He's going to look to pass across the middle. That is to Foreign. And complete to Carter Ford down to the 23-yard line. He was under pressure again, though, there, Mike.
Yes, he was, but you know what? That play's open all night long. Giving him that 5 to 7 yard cushion.
Ike Young brings his squad to the line. Now they're going tight formation. Tight right with Foreign. And Romano there. Now Foreign in motion, goes out far right. And now they're going to try to run it up the middle. And Young, not much there. Rink there to bring him down. Along with Germano, Langendorf.
Giving him 5.
And so it'll be up to the 18 for the Sages, and then the 217 Morgan Shaymore red zone.
I'll tell you, I'm looking at Ike Young, and he's holding his lower back. He's taking some hits tonight that he's probably not used to taking. We put some good pressure on him.
Chasen Daly has done a great job of nose tackle tonight, plugging that middle.
Got that right.
And here we go. Young going to look to pass. He's going to look out to the front and out to across the middle. Nice job there by Brown, who just found the hole in the zone. That's what we're playing right now, Mike, in that defensive backfield. Just zone. He gets it all the way up to the 10-yard line. So it'll be first and goal for the Sages at the 10. 9:50 to go in the ball game. If you've enjoyed tonight's game, we appreciate you listening. Make sure you tune in next week for the playoffs as well. Young comes, takes a snap, rolls left. He's got pressure. That's Colton Langendorf, who was getting held, and there's going to be a flag.
Yep, that play's coming back.
Langendorf had pressure and was getting held by his face mask, jersey, pads, everything else. So the flag's going to come in here, and that'll be a 10-yard penalty on the Sages.
Definitely a two-hand hold.
Langendorf has been a menace all night to the Sages offense. Tons of pressure from that outside defensive end position. And just done a great job like he has all year long.
You look at him, he looks a little tall and lanky, but he's very quick, he's very deceptive, and he will definitely put a hit on you if he gets opportunity. I like that. Being a defensive guy, I really like a good hit, Keith.
I know you do. And you love to tackle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please and thank you.
First and goal from the 20 now for the Sages. They go 4 wide, and we've got a timeout on the field taken by the Sages. That's a Discount Mattress and Furniture Outlet of Champaign-Urbana timeout. Twice the comfort for half the price. Give them the call today at 217-722-7690. We'll take a quick break here, too, and come right back. It's 42-14. The Rockets leading the Sages here in Week 9 of the high school football season. We'll be back here on Clubhouse217.com right after this.
Football season is here, which means time is running out to get your countertops updated before the holidays. Hi, this is Matt, owner of Classic Granite and Marble. Let us work with you from concept to finished product. Using state-of-the-art equipment along with decades of experience, we measure, fabricate, and install. Whether it's countertops for your kitchen, a surround for your shower or bath, or a hearth for your fireplace, we have the look you desire. Classic Granite and Marble has the finest natural stone and quartz in Central Illinois. Make an appointment to see our showroom at 1901 West Springer Drive or visit us at classicgranitemarble.il.com. Bring the classic look of stone to your home today.
Keith Gibson, Mike Roy back here with you. It's fourth quarter, 42-14. Rockets lead Monticello with 9:09 to go here in the ball game. Monticello with the football, first to go up with 20. They're going to look for the screen, and that's complete. And that is to Buenencamper. And a great open field tackle by Braden Henry up to the 16th, so only a gain of 4.
2014 Prairie Central over Bloomington Central Catholic, and that's a final.
That's a big, big win for Prairie Central. Moves them to 5-4.
That changes things a little bit, doesn't it?
Woo-hoo-hoo. And a surprise a little bit too, Mike.
Yeah. That changes things just a little bit.
Second and goal for the Sages now from the 16 with 8.5 to go. And, Mike, you're right. They're not in a hurry whatsoever. And why should they be? They're down 42-14. You've got a playoff spot already wrapped up with 7 wins. No need to hurry anything, but Ike Young now looking to pass. Goes to the outside, complete. That's complete to Buenencamper. That's down to the 7, so it'll be third and goal from the 7 now for the Sages. Interesting. That's shocks me a little bit, Mike. I didn't expect PC to be BCC.
Either. You know, because we lost to Bloomington Central Catholic, of course, on probably one of the flattest game we played all year. You know, we were down after the Altoff game, and you know, what are you going to do?
The timeout again on the field. Discount Mattress and Furniture Outlets timeout taken by Monticello. That's their second. They have 1 remaining. I'll tell you what I'm surprised about tonight, Mike, is the fact that Monticello has thrown the ball so much. I expected a lot more balanced attack. I knew they like to throw ball with Ike, but I expected more of that RPO option. I expected, a lot more run that clock. But we haven't really seen that tonight out of them, and it surprises me.
He's attempted 35 passes so far. So, in this pro-style offense, you don't know what you're going to get out of it. It could be one or the other, but I am too. I figured by what I'd seen in some film, they can run the ball too. But we have definitely quieted the fans, and I look over there, and their student cheering section is hitting exit. They're getting ready to load up the bus, but guess what? The U crew over here is not moving. But
U crew is in full force, and I'm sure they will be next weekend for the playoffs as well. Monticello comes back out, 3rd and 8. 3rd and goal from the 8, I should say. 7:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Ike Young's got 4 wide, 2 each way. Man in motion. That's Zeke Young. And he's going to look to get it and complete it, almost intercepted.
Woo, almost.
Tyler Henry was there just out of his reach. And it now brings up 4th and goal from the 8.
Boy, things are just slugging along right now.
Well, you throw the ball that much, and you've got some incompletions, Mike, and you don't get first downs. It slows everything down. And this second half seems like it, of course, let me preface this next statement I'm going to say. We have had 3 straight running clocks in the second half, which have taken all of less than an hour combined.
Yes.
And now we've actually got a second half where we don't have a running clock.
Yes.
And it seems like it's taken forever.
Yep.
So I'm thankful for the last 3 weeks. And now we got another timeout on the field. That's taken by the Rockets. On 4th and goal.
Speaking
with
of
7:39 to go.
I think they weren't set up correctly on defense there. Coach was shaking his head. So
we got 1 timeout apiece now.
Something was missing there. I don't think that matters at this point.
I don't either. No.
It's been a much better defensive game than I expected it to be, and especially by the Rockets. The first half was not a runaway by any means, and then we come out the second half and we just picked them apart, and miscues by the Sages have put them in this hole.
Well, yeah, you got to think it was 21-7.
Yep.
And Sages get the ball, they come down, and we stop them on 4th down.
Right.
Very for next play, what do? Pick 6.
Pick 6.
And we talked about how Uncle Mo, that momentum seemed like it had to be on the Sages side. They were down within 1 score. And then next thing you know,
boom,
we were off 21 points in a row.
Boom.
And it's 42-14, and that's where we stand right now with 7:39 to go left in the fourth quarter.
We did exactly what we had to do when, that pick 6 come up. We came right back, took it down the field, scored some points, and that's how you quiet that down.
4th and goal for the Sages from the 8. Young takes the snap. He looks to pass. Across the middle, intercepted. That's Caden Hinch. We do have a flag down. Let's see what we call here. Caden Hinch with the INT in the end zone.
From the back judge, let's see if
I think this may be pass interference or defensive hold, maybe.
I think it's going to be on us. I think it's going to be pass interference because he had to push off to get some.
Well, Caden was pretty wide open. Let's see what we call here. Pass interference on the Rockets.
Oh.
And that'll be an automatic first down. Half the distance to the goal, so the Sages are going to catch a huge break. Well.
Wow.
It'll be first and goal, right, Mike? On the pass interference, automatic first down?
Yes. It's automatic first down.
So it'll be first and goal from the 4.
I don't know why they haven't changed that, but yeah, it should be.
Ike looks out, goes out to the outside. That's going to be a touchdown, complete to Carter Ford. Well, we get the pass interference, and they give up the touchdown. So find some room and score. That's an interesting call there, Mike, because I never saw that, but we'll go with it. Bunicamper on for the extra point here. 7:30 to go. What's been maybe the longest fourth quarter we've had all season long. 42-20 is your score. The Rockets lead by 22. Here's a snap. Bunicamper's kick is up, and 2 great kickers.
Yes.
And that's good, and it's 42-21.
So
let's talk about a little bit about that as we got a couple seconds here, Mike. Bunicamper, a great kicker. Emerson Bailey, great kicker.
Yep.
You don't see 2 great kickers in a ball game like this very often.
No.
But I'm seeing more and more of it because of soccer.
Exactly.
A lot of football teams, high school football teams, are recruiting from the soccer team to find that kicker.
Right. St. Joe's got a great kicker.
Yeah, there's a lot of good kickers, and used to you never saw that in high school football, and that was a what's the word? It was something that was odd, you know.
I was an extra point guy. I could kick from about 25 to 28, and that was it.
Square toe?
Yes.
It's the old school.
Mark Mosley. I was a Mark Mosley guy. That was before soccer was even real.
Well, it was there.
No offense to any soccer people out there, but
that's when it was still football.
Football.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when Pele was around.
Well, you're showing your age, Mike. 42-21, Rockets lead Monticello with 7.5 to go in the ball game.
I'd look for a short kick here.
I would too. I agree with you, my friend.
And then we just
Braden Henry deep here for the Rockets, the only man deep. And it is short. And Trey Hogard will take it back at the 25 and at the 35. And he'll break a couple tackles and just go down to 37.
Yep.
He didn't even try to fight that one. He just said, nope, we're going to go down.
We're done. We're right here.
I expect a heavy dose of number 35, Garrett Richardson, on this drive, Mike.
35 and possibly even
Keegan
number
Germano.
26, Keegan out there too. Just run the ball, run some clock.
Let's go home.
Yep. With only one timeout left, there's not much you can do.
1st and 10 for the Rockets from the right hash at their own 37. They lead 42-21. Let's see what we do here.
Again, if you didn't hear us earlier, Prairie Central defeated Bloomington Central Catholic, so that definitely changes the landscape of things.
It does a little bit. And here is a carry by Richardson across the 40 up to about the 43.
He carried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He churned them legs, Mike.
Seven Monticello players were wrapped around him.
43-yard line is where they'll mark it. Gain of about 5, 6, 3, 4, 5.
They're going to give him 6.
6, yep. 2nd and 4 for the Rockets, and we're under 7 minutes to play in the ball game. I think you're going to see the play clock run down a lot. Rockets not getting in a hurry. You're going to see that game clock run down our Beast Tree scoreboard.
I guarantee you there's some dejected players over there on that Monticello sideline as well as on the field tonight, Keith.
But they shouldn't be because they've had a heck of a season so far, and they're going to finish this regular season at 7-2 and be in the playoffs, and probably a home game at that. Richardson with the carry and get nothing there.
Nope. In fact, he's going to lose some. Maybe. Nope. They're going to mark him as a 0.
Just over 6 to play. Yep, at 43, so no gain on the play. It brings up 3rd and 4. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Mike, are you surprised we haven't seen some subs tonight?
I have, but I never question that with Coach. There's a method to the madness, and
yes,
but at the same time, going into the playoffs here, you'd like to be healthy.
Here's a snap. Pitch out to Richardson to the right side. He's following his big hog mollies. He's got enough for the first down.
Players flying everywhere. 19 first downs by the Rockets tonight.
Out all the way to the 48 of the Sages, and that's enough for a Classic Granite Marble first down. Just over 5.5 to play here in the ball game. Sages will go to 7-2. Rockets will go to 6-3. That means they guarantee a spot in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
And we find out tomorrow night. You can tune in to the NFHS Network or IHSA.org for the selection show pairing. I think it's about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, yep.
And here's a pitch to the short side of the field to the right for Richardson. He's across the 45 and down to the 43 of the Sages. And now we're just running the clock and letting the clock run. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
Yes, sir. It's a great performance, but Unity Rockets have had 4 games in a row now where they have had nothing but just great performances. 3 of them, obviously, more running clock oriented, but this one right here, they made a statement, I think, with this game.
I think they did too,
really
Mike,
did.
and I think they made a statement of how much they've improved and how much they've grown this season as well.
Yes.
But that defense came out and played very, very well tonight, especially that front 4. And they've done King, and then you've got the guys up front and in the ends with Easton and Langendorf and Chasen Daly there in the middle too. They've really made a big impact tonight and created a lot of pressure as Coach Hamilton's going to take a timeout here with 4:26 to go in the ball game.
Take his last timeout here.
Hey, why did you ask if you're listening tonight? I want you to go on and make sure you follow our Facebook page, Clubhouse 217. Make sure you follow that. Make sure you share with your friends. Take a listen to the music we have playing right now, streaming 24/7 on clubhouse217.com. 60 years of great hits from country to classic rock to hip-hop, R&B, a little bit of everything, but it's nothing but the hits. Things you can sing along to on a daily basis, things you can work to and have fun, make you feel good. So take a listen to it. You can stream it from anywhere, whether you're in your car, you're at home, you're at work, wherever you're at. You can stream Clubhouse 217 and Clubhouse Lounge Radio all the time right from your phone.
You betcha.
And
we're just glad you're listening tonight.
Yeah, another great night. As I said, we're averaging
Cunningham.
over 5,000 listeners. I think it's going to jump tonight, too.
Might jump
So
up there.
I think we had some listeners tune in from Monticello, so we thank you if you're listening from Monticello. We thank, of course, our Unity fans. And
thank Jim Cunningham for listening and for the big shout out there. We appreciate that, Jim.
yeah, we do, without a doubt. And it's because of everybody tuning in and listening that keeps us going. So back from a timeout on 3rd down. It's a run, but not much there.
With 0 gain.
And we're going to go under 4 minutes to go, and it's going to be 3rd and about 5 for the Rockets. 3rd and 6.
Let's see if we're gonna moving some personnel around here. So
we will bring you next week's game, next week's playoff game. As soon as we find out, we'll announce it on our Facebook page. Share it all over, but we just ask that you keep helping us grow and sharing our Facebook and social media. Now it's a pitch out to Richardson. Right side, he's going to get nowhere, right back to the line of scrimmage, which is okay. 3.5 to go in the ball game. And that clock just continues to run, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Rockets, who have doubled up the Monticello Sages. They lead 42-21.
I think this is one you go ahead and kick this one, although I would expect Coach to go ahead and just run it, but let's see.
Oh, I expect him to punt this away, but I'm going to let the play clock run down. Time that happens, you're going to have about 2:40 left in the ball game and get that punt off. And
Yep. That's what he's going to do.
Yep. And nobody deep for Monticello, so they're going to let this punt go back. And let's see what Dane does. Dane's standing at midfield. And he'll wait till the clock runs down here. There's about 6 seconds left on the play clock. And now a snap. Little pooch punt. That's going to hit at the 15 and roll. And a great punt by Eisenmenger down to the 6-yard line.
There you have it.
Nice job by Dane on that punt. So the Sages will take over 1st and 10 from their own 6, trailing 42-21 with 2:37 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Icing on that cake right there.
That's a nice job by getting that down there.
Yes, sir. A lot of scenarios for the playoffs next week. I'll be interested to see, especially with that upset tonight with Prairie Central, who's a good ball club. Don't get anything wrong about that. They're a very well coached ball club, but they definitely proved something against Bloomington Central Catholic tonight.
And it's going to be a handoff up the middle for the Sages on their first play out to about the 8-yard line. Looks like Schwartz on the carry for the Sages. And now we're under 2.5 to go in the ball game. I don't expect them to be in a hurry either, Mike. I expect this to pretty much just wind down.
Yes, sir.
And what a second half for the Sages. You know, we were up 14-7. 21-7. Sages come back. They pick 6. 21-14.
Had everything going their way.
And then all of a sudden, boom.
Yep.
We just hit everything. We got some pressure. We got a pick 6. We got things going our way.
Flipped a coin, and there we go.
Under 2 minutes to play now on 2nd and 8 for the Sages. Young takes it. He'll roll out right and look to pass. And almost throws an interception, but that's complete. And that's Carter Foreign. And now going to be ran down. Nope, knocked out of bounds there at the 46-yard line and ran out by Caden Hinch. Boy, Young almost sacked again.
Carter Foreign has been a big part of this offense tonight. I mean, he's received a lot of the attention. Not very big either.
No, but he's quick and he's shifty.
5'8", maybe 5'7", something like that. I'm going to guess. But boy, it's been something.
1st and 10 for the Sages from their own 46. A minute 41 to go in the game. And now they're going to look to pass. Still out to the right. And that's complete. That's the Foreign again. Nope, that's Budenkamper, excuse me.
Yep.
Into Rocket territory at the 46, and they're quickly lined, going their 2-minute drill. Minute 25 to go.
5 different receivers they throw to.
They're going to throw it outside. That's going to be enough for a first down, complete out to number 8. That's Helms. Nice tackle by Graydon Clare. The G-man on the tackle gets nowhere, but it's going to be a first down.
I'll tell you, one player that we haven't mentioned a lot tonight, but he's doing a great job, is Nick Jesse.
He is. And now outside and incomplete, looking for Foreign.
I've watched him all night long, and he just seems to be doing everything the right way and causing trouble, and that makes it easier for your teammates to do what they need to do as well. So hats off to Slick Nick Jesse.
Yeah, and he's the one that got the pressure to create the pick 6 as well.
Yep, a lot of pressure tonight by him. I like it.
And great tackling all night long as well.
Goodness. Yes,
Minute
sir.
12 to go. 2nd and 10 from the Rockets 43 from Monticello. And then Ike Young looking to pass. He's going to go out in the flat, and that's complete to Brown out to the 35, the 30, and ran out of bounds. That's number 22 on the tackle. That's Cade Dubson.
Cade Dubson, I believe.
At the 27. So minute 3 to go in the ball game. We won't have a long post-game show. We'll kind of wrap things up, give our final thoughts after the final whistle here. And then we'll get ready for action next week. We'll have an extended pregame to get you ready for what we have first round of the playoffs. Young takes the snap. He's going to look to pass. He's got trouble. And now he's going to be dancing around. Still dancing. He's got some moves and shakes. And going to get about 8-9 yards and knocked out of bounds.
Pretty good.
What I have noticed. Oh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
What I have noticed is we've got our starters off the field, too.
Yep. Took the starters off there. But you still got to tackle. And you can't hit high. Got to hit low. So The old defensive tackle up here, Mr. Roy will tell you how that works.
Not very well.
No.
1st and 10 at the 17 inside the 217 Morgan Shaymore red zone. Young looking to pass across the front and in and out of the hands. Oh, Cade Dupson. Oh, no, that's number 12.
No, number 12.
Oh, in the breadbasket.
Wow.
That's Caden Steerwall.
Oh.
He'd like to have that one back.
Oh, my goodness. I guarantee he would.
45,
he'd catch it.
45.7 seconds to go.
Unbelievable.
Young up the middle, trying to score, dives in. Touchdown. Ike Young on a 17-yard touchdown run with 38 seconds to go. He's showing he's not going to give up, Mike.
Nope. That was a good run by him, and I'll tell you, he's got to be wore out. He has thrown the ball a lot tonight. He's had to run for his life quite a bit. I mean,
this might come back to haunt me when I say this, but you're in. It's 38 seconds to go. I understand you want to play this out, but when does health become, you want to be healthy going in the playoffs.
Yep.
You don't want to take too many hits.
And you can, and I can tell you, you would think after what they did to PBL's two quarterbacks, two of them went down in the Monticello versus PBL game, that I don't know.
Yep. Just going to say that because that's what we do.
Different mentality.
Bunicamper on for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 42-28 now is your score with 38 seconds to go. And Mike, I don't give my opinion very often, but I'm just you're not going to come back in this ball game with under a minute to play.
Right.
Anyway.
It just doesn't. But, you can't – hats off. I'm just going to say it. Hats off to the Unity Rockets for a great game plan tonight.
Yes.
Coach Hamilton and Coach Reitz and the rest of the coaching staff and all the video people that have made things happen to get up to this game. I mean, you got to watch film. You got to do all these things. And they do a great job. I mean, they could have, after the BCC loss where they didn't come out with a whole lot of energy, it would have been very easy just to walk, just say,
right.
Forget it. And they cleaned house.
Yep.
They cleaned house. They got back in the game, and here we are, a very convincing win over the Monticello Sages.
Yeah, you got to remember, we were 2-3 at one point.
We were 2-3.
And we rolled off 4 straight wins. And that Althoff game, I think, took a little bit out of us. We came out the next week flat. We're 2-3, and then we just took care of business.
Yep.
And we've clicked at the right time. Deep kick and roll into the end zone here from Bunicamper. And it'll be a touchback. The Rockets will take a 1st and 10 at the 20. And, Mike, I believe we'll probably just go to victory formation here.
Take a victory formation, take a knee, and let's get out of here. That's what I say.
Boy, it's weird when you don't have a running clock in the second half. It seems like it goes a little
It's
slower.
Different. Yeah. Things just drag a little bit, but, I will take that because this was a good grinded-out win by the Rockets.
Good defensive win for the Rockets, too.
Yep.
Defense played very well. Ryan Rink with a pick 6 tonight. It's one of the highlights. Colton Langendorf pressured quarterback all night long, Ike Young, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a knee.
And guess what?
The clock's going to run.
That puts us in the playoffs.
That's a playoff. That's right. So we'll see you next weekend. That's 6 victories for the Rockets. That's another playoff berth for Coach Scott Hamilton with a 42-28 victory over the Monticello Sages. Mike, what's your highlights from tonight? We'll just talk here real quick, and then we'll call it an evening, my friend.
Here's what I think. The defense stepped up when it had to. When the offense got stuffed on some 4th down plays, the defense come back and did what they had to do. Nick Jesse, Colton Langendorf, great defensive work tonight. And the offense, when the runs got stuffed there in the first half, passing work, they did what they had to do to win this ball game. Period.
very balanced attack from the offense. I thought we did a great job of play calling too. And yes, exactly. When we got stuffed, we went to the air. Receivers made plays. We did the right thing. Dane did a great job tonight of one of the RPOs, run pass options. He did a great job of reading his defensive ends, making those reads, and picking up yards by himself when he needed to. But the defense outshined everybody tonight. And kudos to the defense, but kudos to our seniors. As it is senior night, congratulations to the seniors on getting a win here tonight. Congratulations to Rocket. That's win number 6. They are officially playoff bound here in 2024.
Yes, sir.
A 42-28 victory for the Rockets over Monticello. That is your final, and we will find out tomorrow night at 8 o'clock where both of these teams end up in the playoffs. I'm sure I'm going to bank Monticello's at home and the Rockets.
We'll be on the road somewhere.
We'll be somewhere. Let's just hope it's not too far of a drive.
Well, we might be going south.
Well,
I have a feeling we might be going south.
Well, you never know. Well, I guess we'll find out.
We'll see what the other scores of tonight bring us.
That's right. All right. Once again, your final score, the Rockets 42, the Sages 28, for my broadcast partner, Mike Roy. I am Keith Gibson. You've been listening to High School Football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com. Have a great night, everybody.
Be safe.